Welcome to Dallas, Texas. Welcome to History in the Making. Welcome to Legacy Fighting Alliance.
Are you ready for war? Oh, listen to that ovation for the bad boy. Oh, jumping knee. Oh, that's one of the best knockouts we've ever freaking seen.
He's out. He's asleep. He's out. The Bomb Factory in Dallas is the setting. History is being made. From the ashes of Legacy and RFA rises a new big player in mixed martial arts. Welcome to the first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance. G'day everybody, I'm Michael Chavallo. Great to be here in Dallas, Texas for History in the Making, the first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance. I'm joined as always by my verbal sparring partner, UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. Pat, our main event tonight, a unification bout for the first ever LFA Championship. The Bantamweight strap on the line as Ocho Stephen Peterson takes on Leandro Higo. Ocho Peterson, the Legacy World Champion. Pat, he's a tough grinder, a great wrestler, a man who can endure enormous punishment.
He can, Michael, and the reason he can endure that punishment is because he trains so hard and he's such good shape. I mean, his endurance is incredible. He's got good ground. He's submitted a lot of guys. He's got good power in his hands. And I tell you what, though, him coming back and performing the way he has and going on this streak the way he has after getting knocked out is truly impressive to me, Mike.
Stephen Peterson on a 6-fight winning streak dating back to 2013. Saw him only moments ago in the locker room wearing the traditional pajama pants pre-fight, looking very relaxed, having a lie down. His opponent, the RFA World Champion Leandro Higo, the sensation from Brazil, Pat, comes in on a 7-fight streak dating back to 2012. One word to describe this champion: awesome.
I'll give you another one. This kid's a Brazilian wrecking ball. And frankly, at 17-2, he would easily be in the UFC already if, number one, in my mind, he spoke English, and two, there wasn't such a massive flood of fighters at his weight division. This guy is truly well-rounded. BJJ black belt, incredible wrestling for a Brazilian, and he's got sick power in his hands.
And the bad blood flowing over yesterday at the weigh-in, toe-to-toe, the stare down. They could beat a statue in a staring contest. Neither man wanting to back down. Higo telling us yesterday he plans to knock out Ocho tonight and claim the championship inside of one round. Indeed, Higo comes in as the favorite at -195. The comeback of the Legacy champion Peterson is +155. Let's go backstage now, where Rovin Ronnie Kruk has more on this historic night.
Hey guys, a decade ago, Mark Cuban launched HDNet Fights right here in Dallas, Texas, and on this network. 10 years later, we're gonna do it again. Same city, same station, just different promotion, as Legacy and RFA have combined to become the Legacy Fighting Alliance. But there is a similar buzz surrounding LFA 1 here tonight as we had in 2007. Why is that? Well, because the RFA and Legacy have combined to put over 100 fighters in the UFC. So who's next? We are going to reveal each week those fighters on the cusp of superstardom as Access TV Fights presents Pat's Prospects. Yes, our resident UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich will show us each week his top 5. Tonight we focus in on the bantamweights as Leandro Higo, the #1 ranked fighter, takes on #3 Stephen Peterson for the first ever LFA title. Pat, you have seen many fighters get their beginning and start their careers right here on this network, only to go on to the UFC. So give us the details. What is the criteria for your top 5?
Well, certainly there's a lot of criteria that's involved in my mind, but really it comes down to overall game, whether they're well-rounded, and truly what really weighs with me, Michael and Ron, is what type of opponents have they faced in the past. What's truly going to improve you? You've got to go against very tough opponents. It improves your game. It makes your game tight. The top 3 in my mind were easy to pick. Sukumtath, rounding out that top 3 from CES. And then the bottom 2 were a little tougher in my mind because there's 4 guys with 9 wins and no more than 2 losses in this group of fighters. But Boston Salmon, to me, is an incredible fighter. Levi Miles, also an incredible fighter. Both guys with 5 wins. Levi Miles, 2 losses, came to guys at a weight division above him who were very tough guys, one of them being a UFC veteran and a very tough fighter. So for me, those 2 guys, even though they have 5 wins, deserve to be in that top 5.
Some awesome prospects on tonight's card. Let's take you through it. The first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance. And it kicks off with Jesse Vasquez taking on Bobby Butler at featherweight. Armando Servin takes on Sean Holden at welterweight. Cameron Miller and Oscar Ramirez, 2 undefeated fighters, meet at a catchweight of 130. Then the ladies throw down as Cynthia Calvillo looks to maintain her undefeated record. She'll try and outbox the wrestler Montana Stewart. Ulysses Aguila takes on the hairstylist to his back after a 2-year absence, Eli Tamez. And Charles Cheeks III goes up into tough Damon Jackson. Pat, tonight's rules.
I'm on it, buddy. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation will oversee tonight's LFA event. Unified rules will be used, which of course means elbows to a downed opponent will be legal. The title fight tonight is 5 5-minute rounds. All the other fights are 3 5-minute rounds, and the 10-point must scoring system will be used.
It is time to kick off the first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance, and we do so with Bobby Butler taking on Jesse Vasquez at featherweight. For our introduction, sharing the ring announcing duties tonight, let's go to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the octagon representing the gym, Jesse Vasquez.
Jesse Vasquez knows that Bobby Butler is a tough opponent who comes out fast. Says he needs to work the angle, circle out, not be a stagnant target for Butler to tee off on. Believes though that Butler drops his left hand, so look out for the right hand, left hook combo to finish. Says he'll knock out Bobby in the first round here tonight. A striking preference is Vasquez's game. He comes in pat off a 2-month camp.
Yeah, Vasquez definitely wants to keep this one standing. He does have good striking. He did get submitted in his last fight. A little shy on the ground, you can tell. Guys do have preferences in their minds. So he's gonna want to keep it standing, try and land those big shots and win by KO.
Although he does prefer the striking, Vasquez is also a BJJ purple belt. 2-1 as a pro, also went 2-1 as an amateur. Both wins were finishes. Both men promising knockouts early here tonight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the LFA octagon, representing Fortis MMA, Bobby Butler.
You talk about a man who is a real finisher, and you talk about Bobby Butler. 9-0 as an amateur, 7 finishes, 1-0 as a pro. And it was one of the best finishes we saw of 2016 when he knocked out the Japanese fighter Takayuki Ijima right here. That was an upset. Pat Ijima had all the experience, but he got blasted in only 25 seconds.
Yeah, Ijima didn't even know what hit him. Butler destroyed him. And Butler, I mean, at 9-0 as an amateur, 1-0 as a professional, he's not cocky, he's very competent, and he comes out that way when he fights. You can tell as you watch the work he does on Ijima. Didn't take him long. This kid's got some sick power, great athleticism, and a mean streak a mile long.
8-week training camp for Bobby Butler as we look at the tail of the tape for the first ever matchup of Legacy Fighting Alliance, brought to you by WarriorsAndGangsters.com. Bobby Butler 1-0, he's 3 years the younger, 2 inches the shorter, has a slight weight advantage over Vasquez. Gives up the reach in the arms, is an inch longer in the legs. And for our official introductions once again, let's go to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen here in attendance, and those of you watching live on Access TV around the world, welcome to a sold-out bomb factory right here in Dallas, Texas. The Legacy Fighting Alliance, along with Access TV Fights, presents to you the inaugural LFA1. Tonight's fights are sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing Regulation, Greg Alvarez, Program Administrator. Ladies and gentlemen, our first fight of the night is being brought to us by Loom, the home of the LFA1 official after party. This match is scheduled for 3 rounds of 5 minutes each in the LFA Featherweight division. Introducing first, on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 144 3/4 pounds. This Muay Thai fighter has a professional record, 2 wins and a lone defeat. Fighting out of Arlington, Texas, Jesse Heavy Hands Vasquez. And across the cage on my left, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 145 1/4 pounds. This boxer is undefeated, 1 win, no losses. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, Bobby Bad News Butler. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Aladdin Martinez.
All right, gentlemen. Obey my commands at all times. You're going to touch gloves. You're going to go back to your corners. I'll call you out.
Aladdin Martinez with the final instructions, the first ever LFA fight. As Jesse Vasquez gets take on Bobby Butler at featherweight. Both men promising knockouts, both predict in the first round. Explosiveness certainly on the side of Bobby Butler. Can Vasquez cut those angles?
Keep it clean, guys. Come on, let's keep it clean.
Butler bounds out of his corner. On the thigh, the inside leg kick from Vasquez early, drifting dangerously into the right hand though at the moment of Butler.
Vasquez got to make Butler respect him early on.
There's the right hand to the jaw, second one missed. Still catching that kicking leg. Onto his back now, Vasquez. Here goes Butler. Takes the back, lays in these heavy fists. Slams into the canvas, takes the back again here, Bobby Butler. All over Vasquez early.
Picking up where he left off on his Japanese opponent last year.
Butler is an animal. Vasquez has to slow the pace here. Belly to back here from Butler. Couldn't get him down on that occasion. The left arm locked up.
Yeah, got the lock on the arm. Basically what you want to do is pull your left hand back towards you, lock your hands and lift, and that'll put a shoulder lock on Vasquez. You just crank it up real quick. Easy way to make him let go of a wrist, I'll tell you that.
Gotta watch the power in the right hand of Butler. Vasquez goes a jab, 2 and an overhand right. Butler a step across outside leg kick, goes high. Nice jab through the defense there from Bobby Butler.
Butler needs to step inside the box.
Shoots in for a double, does Bobby. Nice takedown from him, half guard position.
Nice commitment on that.
Closing down the left arm here of Butler, wisely so from Vasquez. Butler does have powerful ground and pound.
Vasquez finally gets that underhook with that right arm, but not for long.
The great safe zone in the corner of Bobby Butler, barking the instructions. Back onto their feet now.
Safe South does a great job cornering, great job training, knows his business. I tell you what, that boy can shoot also.
Pat doesn't mean double legs. Right hand down the center corridor from Vasquez. Lazy left roundhouse kick from him. You can hear safe saying to Bobby Butler, no power, just speed. And good head movement there, evades the uppercut off the right.
Just like to see him cover the right side of his head when he leans right so he doesn't need his shin bone on the way down.
Uppercut left hook, doubles up on the left. Second one caught the target on the beard of Vasquez.
Butler reads the body of his opponent really well. He sees punches coming really nicely.
The adrenaline for this opening fight, the first ever in Legacy Fighting Alliance history. You can feel it here inside the bomb factory. Ground and pound from Butler. Vasquez keeps up his back.
Not digging the pace here at all. The pace or the power and aggression of Butler is overwhelming him a bit.
Scooping right hands here from behind from Bobby Butler. Vasquez, no place to go. Turns back into him, they break off. Again, safe side, telling Bobby Butler, speed, no power.
In other words, transition. The knockout will come. Just make your openings.
A chance here maybe for Vasquez to capitalize.
Butler needs to hit a duck under here. Pop that grip and go.
Vasquez's first time on the main card. Last time at Legacy 46, he won on the prelims.
Vasquez getting sloppy because he's tired.
Butler caught him with the right hand. Can Bobby finish here in the first round as he prophesied?
Vasquez isn't tired, or not hurt, he's tired.
Stiff left doubles up to the jaw. Vasquez doing a quick count of his teeth. Belly to back again here, drives him to the canvas. Vasquez in trouble. Bobby looks to put the hooks in here, Pat.
He didn't even try to stop those hooks from coming in. Don't know if he knows how to. Or just so fatigued he didn't care.
Figure four around the body now from Bobby Butler. Vasquez is going nowhere.
Yeah, just gonna get worse now. Face crusher.
It's good night, Irene. Bobby Butler claims the first ever LFA win, and he does it as he predicted inside the first.
Steamrolled Vasquez. Great technique, power, aggression, great endurance. Dictated the fight from beginning to end.
What a machine. What a beast. This young man is proving. 2 first-round wins back-to-back in Legacy over more experienced opponents. And a dejected Vasquez circles the octagon and wonders what went wrong. What did go wrong, Pat?
Yes, sir. Beautiful work here by Butler. See him sweeping that kick out of the way. Great job diverting out of the way. Catching the next kick, landing the big right hand. Driving backwards. When you get a single leg, you always want to keep your opponent moving and hopping on one foot. Then a beautiful job putting him on his back and putting the pressure on. Just constant aggression. Got the figure four on the body here. Slips his face crank in. And yeah, you must be squeezing pretty hard. He must have felt his cheekbone ready to collapse to tap out to that one.
Let's go to Collins to make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4 minutes, 36 seconds into round number 1. Your winner by neck crank, Bobby Bad News Butler.
Certainly, he has proven bad news for 2 opponents now, both being finished in the first round. Bobby Butler goes 2-0. Jesse Vasquez falls to 2-2. First ever fight in Legacy Fighting Alliance history is in the books. And it was a ripper, safe serve, proud of his charge. This is how Bobby Butler dismantled and handled Jesse Vasquez. Butler choking him out for the win. Coming up next, Sean Holden takes on Armando Servin at welterweight when Legacy Fighting Alliance returns. Welcome back inside the Bomb Factory in Dallas, Texas. Welcome to History in the Making. It's the first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance. And coming up next, it's going to be a welterweight contest as Sean Holden takes on Armando Servin. For this one, let's go up to our ring announcer, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Armando Servin.
Armando Servin says he will knock out Sean Holden. A 4-week camp, he worked on stuffing the hugger from hugging him, as he described Holden. The plan is to keep the distance, been working on his reflexes, says his timing is right. He'll stuff the takedowns, preferably keep the fight on its feet. Comes off the loss to Jacob Capelli last time out, the win over Tim Roman before that. Back-to-back losses against Jeffrey Neal and Justin Miller. Needs to find some consistency and get back into the winner's circle, does Armando Servin.
Yeah, Servin's you know, when you mention the hugger and all that good stuff, he was a little more brash than that. He hates guys that want to come out and hang on to him, and he wants to go out and bang and impress the crowd, basically.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Sean Razorback Holden.
Fantastic ovation for this fighter, also out of Safe Swords Fortis MMA Gym. And Sean Holden predicts a first round finish by a submission or ground and pound. Says Armando Servin is susceptible to the jabs. Says Servin likes to be the bully, but there's no way he's gonna bully me. Knows that Servin's tough and powerful, can take a shot and keep going. Holden said he focused on his mental game and an extensive 2-month camp. Lost last time out to the amazing Willams. Before that, back-to-back wins over Dakota Atnip and Tim Roman. Also needs to get back in the winner's circle here tonight. Should come in as the favorite for this one, Sean Holden, with a career record of 4-2 as a pro.
As a favorite, though, he still knows he's got to wade through those bombs of Servin to get him on the ground and get that victory.
Fun fact here, our main eventer tonight, Stephen Peterson, has been on all the same cards as Holden's legacy appearances as we look at the tail of the tape for this one. Experience slightly going the way of Servin. He is 6 years the elder, 1 inch the taller. Has almost 2 pounds over Holden. Big reach advantage in the arms, 4 inches, but gives up 2 in the legs. Okay, we are ready to rock and roll this welterweight contest. Once again, let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA welterweight division. It is brought to you by Texas Certified Motors. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this striker stands 5'11", weighed in at 170.25 pounds, holding a professional mixed martial arts record, 4 wins, 4 defeats. Training out of George Przewalski, boxing and Muay Thai, and fighting out of Irving, Texas, Armando Servin. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a grappler standing 5'10", weighed in at 168.5 pounds. Holding a professional mixed martial arts record, 4 wins, 2 defeats. Training out of Fortis MMA and fighting out of Dallas, Texas, Sean Razorback Holden. Your referee in charge of the action, Aaron Menard.
Gentlemen, we know the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, let's do this. Look.
Aaron Menard, our referee for this one. It's a welterweight contest between Armando Servin and Sean Holden. 3 rounds of action. Both men have said they'll finish in the first. Servin says he'll knock out Holden. Holden said he'll sub him or GMP.
Let's see how Holden figures out how to cover the gap here.
Step across outside leg kick to that back leg from Servin. Bouncing up and down on the balls of his feet. 0 decoration on Servin. No tattoos, not even any markings on the trunks, all black here. Rarely you see that today. Fakes the back leg. Beautifully done. Fake the left hand, shot through with the right.
Servin does have crisp striking.
Step through jab again. Stepping jolt jab that Jack Dempsey was credited with creating many moons ago. Stepping jolt jab. Switches to southpaw here. Holden controlling center octagon. High left round from Servin.
Servin a good mover.
Holden can't leave anything lazy out there. Looks to take Servin down, but Servin won't go there.
The minute Servin got close to the cage, Holden was on it. Something to recognize by the cornermen from now on for Servin. Dominate the center of the cage, stay away from it.
High clinch there for Holden, gut-munching knee from Servin. Holden backs him against the cage. This is where Holden's good, Pat, in close, hands on the body, grinding away at opponents.
Yeah, strong guy. See Servin grabbing the shorts there, he's cheating. He was stopping that underhook from lifting his arm by grabbing the shorts. Not legal, smart maybe, but not legal.
Nice use of the tie clinch here from Servin, gets the head down low, double leg from Holden now. Can he get Servin on his back?
Got that pry, got that underhook. Holden needs to switch off to a single here.
Hacking elbows to the triceps area there from Armando Servin.
He put a lot of steam on those elbows too. They were digging in.
Those ones up to the deltoids. Hook the leg here. Nice attempt from Holden, but Servin posted up on the left arm and back to his feet. Another takedown here from Holden.
Needs to keep him here this time. Got to pull that support arm out from underneath him quicker.
Oh, Servin is resilient though, Pat.
Servin now got a tight guillotine here.
Can Armando find the choke here in the opener?
Holden better do something with this instead of hanging out.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not grabbing the shorts.
Arguing, referee and the cornerman screaming back and forth. He's grabbing the shorts. No, he isn't. Yes, he is.
More elbows here from Armando Servin.
We're talking about Holden.
Shoulder.
Holden putting his fingers through the cage also.
Aaron Menard, a very good referee, right on top of the action always. And that's a good call.
Yeah.
Keep the action flowing.
I want to see you ref one fight. I think you'd do a good job.
Be very strict.
Would they be able to understand your accent would be the question.
Whether I've got the cardio to last more than 30 seconds is the bigger question. Muay Thai clinch and a high knee from Holden.
Holden looks tired.
1 minute 5 remaining in this first round. Jab 2, beautifully done from Servin. Oh, left hand rocks Holden, backs him up. Desperately tries to get a takedown. Sloppy double leg attempt there from Holden. And it's Servin who takes him down. Top position. Can he get some ground and pound now?
Holden's in big trouble here if he's that out of gas.
Both men's predictions of first round finishes may not come true. 25 seconds to find it.
Look at Servin's back all scraped up from the cage.
Looks like he's been sunburnt.
Just use his knee to get that arm free. Instead of reaching with the other arm.
Holden looks for a takedown, gets it. Servin trying to get back to his feet as he's done all round, and yet again, it's been Armando's round. Late flurry from Holden, but won't go kleptomaniac and steal it. Servin should take it at 10-9. Don't forget, folks, let us know your thoughts on Twitter as you follow along the first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance show at Chevello Voice, at Pat Milicic, at R. Crut.
Holden starting the fight out pretty well here, looking strong, getting takedowns on Servin, but Servin doing a good job of battling back to his feet. Persistent guy, not one to stay down there. He knows he doesn't want to be on the ground. Now, Servin, right after landing the big right hand, lands that knee to the chops, and the reason he did was because of that forearm blocking the head out. See that? That leaves a perfect opening for the knee, and then follows up with great punches. Servin really does have good striking.
Off their stools for the second round of action. 10-9, no doubt about it for Armando Servin. Very impressive. It came in as the underdog there. More unknown of the two. Holden, as Pat suggested, looking a little fatigued towards the end of that opening round. Immediately here, Holden not wanting to play the stand-up game, looking to take down Servin. Different to the opener, the start of the fight, where Holden was looking to play the stand-up.
Servin's just got to keep his back off the cage to win this fight.
Got to be careful, don't you, Pat, when you get taken down, not to post up too hard on that arm. We've seen a few elbows be popped out over
Absolutely,
time.
shoulder and elbow injuries, just nasty ones. See if he's got this choke. Nope.
Crowd rallying for Holden, but Servin pops out easily.
If I'm Servin's corner, I'm telling him push off, get yourself back to your feet. Get back to the center of the cage and stay there. Holden protecting his face by digging his head in there.
Short uppercuts, nice knee to the sternum there from Armando Servin. Holden puts him against the cage. Opening for the knee, and he throws it. Good work of the knees here from Holden. Drops down for a double leg, switches to a... Thought he was going to switch to a single, now he does.
And all this time bent over, you're not breathing correctly, compressing your diaphragm and your lungs, carrying the weight of the other fighter, trying to take him down. It's just a gradual grinding yourself down. Unless you're in sick condition, it's not easy to do.
Nice knees to the inside thigh here from Holden. Referee Aaron Menard gives a little clap, says let's pick up the pace, boys.
Got to have the ability to push off and throw punches and land them. Keep your opponent thinking about more than just takedowns.
Neutral, here we go.
Solid refereeing again here from Aaron Menard. Servin switched between southpaw and orthodox in the opening round. His preferred stance is orthodox, though. I like the way that Servin sets up the right with those jabs, Pat.
Absolutely, yeah. Servin definitely landing that right because Holden's dropping that left hand while those jabs are coming in.
Holden desperate for the takedowns, unsuccessful in the first, unsuccessful in the second so far. He wants to be on top of Servin. He wants the ground and pound opportunity.
Let go of the cage.
Several times that Holden's grabbed the cage or the shorts. Got to go for more than warnings here pretty quick with that.
Let go of the cage, Sean.
He keeps warning him over and over. Said it's his last warning, but that indicates a fighter that's a little bit not only fatigued but afraid. He does not want Servin to get loose again.
Tried that technique in the opening round. Servin got up pretty quickly then. A little slower here, though, Armando. Can Holden finally get him onto his back?
Nice.
Well, he gets his back. This is more like it from Holden. Wants to flatten him out a little if he can. Land the choke. Here comes Sean Holden now.
Servin controlling one hand. Not worried about that one arm going around his neck because the choke probably can't be finished with one arm.
The man bun becoming precariously loose here, Pat.
Don't talk about man buns.
Figure four wrapped around the body by Holden.
Sorry, Chris Markwell.
That's going to sap the energy out of Servin, right, Pat? Triangled around the body.
Yeah, if he gets it up a little bit higher, you want it up around the rib cage a little higher, the diaphragm. Compress those lungs and the diaphragm, make it tough for him to breathe.
Under half a minute remaining in the second round. Has Sean Holden done enough to win this round after definitively losing the first? That reddened back of Servin, as Pat mentioned, courtesy of the cage scrapes.
Odd to leave the cage with no marks on your face, but your back's destroyed.
2 down, 1 to go. Let us know your thoughts on Twitter at Chevello Voice, at Pat Militich, at R Crud. Who's winning this one?
Shake the hands while you talk to him. Shake the hand. Keep the distance. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Bro. You're doing great. He's scared. You rocked him a few times. You just got. Please don't kick after the fucking right. Just don't stay there. After you stop punching. Stay away. Step back out that combination. One step back out. Remember tag? Let's play tag with these guys. Tag green. Yes. I need you to take him the fuck out. I need you to take his fucking back. I need you to flatten him the fuck out. I need you to go for the short choke. Listen, did you hear me yelling it? Try harder. Okay. Tell the ref. Rip that short choke.
1 round apiece after 2 on Pat's scorecard. Hope you're enjoying it, folks. It's Legacy Fighting Alliance #1. Big hello to Robert Samo from fanboynation.com. As always, watching live on Access TV.
Round 3, you ready? You ready? Fight!
Safe South telling Holden, get this guy on the ground and choke him out. Get him out of here. Needs cleaner entrances on his takedowns. Gotta switch off to the single here and move on. Keeps fighting these doubles.
Even fights after 2. First round Servin, second round Holden. Holden's face looking worse for wear. Servin's back not looking too great.
Servin got to disengage here. Push off and get back to the center.
Nice sprawl out there from Servin. Lazy front kick, lazy right hand. Tries for an upper elbow. There's a high knee. Holden looking for the takedown.
Start those hacking elbows again. Those legs together. There we go. Servin recognized it, got that left foot out.
Both men needing wins here tonight after some inconsistency of late. Holden, not the busiest of fighter, only averages 1 fight a year. Where do you go from here, Pat, if you're Servin?
Get up, period. Hand control, come up and get out of there. Sitting down there too long. The longer you're down there, the more risky it is. See, it wasn't that tough for him to stand up. It's not like he was being controlled that much.
Servin's last 3 fights only went a combined fight time of 5 minutes and 3 seconds, so it's been a while since he's been in the cage this long.
If I'm Servin's coach, the next time I train him in the cage, I'm going to electrify the cage so he keeps his back off of it.
Oh, dangerously on the back of the head there, Servin landed. Fortunately, didn't do any damage. Tried to lock up a choke on Holden to no avail. Holden just wants Servin flat on his back. He hasn't really had him there all fight yet.
That was a nice slam.
Can you believe that Armando Servin weighed 240 pounds before he started training in mixed martial arts?
MMA is better than Jenny Craig.
It would seem so.
Servin got to get up or he's going to lose this round.
An amazing first round from Servin, really did everything right. Second round though, allowed Holden to get his timing, to get his momentum. And Holden again doing what he does, just grinding away. Takes the back now of Servin. Gonna try and choke him.
Gotta go for broke here. Can't leave it to the judges.
Tucking the chin here, Servin. Holden will try and loosen him up a little. 20 seconds remaining. And after a brilliant start from Servin, he may be staring down the barrel of a decision loss. Tries for a final flurry here, does the Latin assassin from Irving, Texas. Back elbows. But has Holden done enough to clinch it? We'll see in a few moments' time. If you missed New Japan Pro Wrestling earlier, you missed one of the best wrestling matches of all time. Stay tuned for the encore as the cleaner, Kenny Omega, challenges the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Okay, Pat's final scorecard. Let's take a peek. Holden indeed claims the third, gets a 29-28. Servin, such a fantastic first round, Pat, but then just drifted off, lost a little focus.
Just goes to show you, look, if you can't decide where the fight goes, you're not going to win fights. It's just the way it is. It's unfortunate because Servin's a great striker. He's got to improve his ground game.
Okay, let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of mixed martial arts, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Steve Armstrong scores about 29-28 Holden. Judge Marconi Nascimento scores about 29-28 Servin. And Judge Susan Moore scores about 29-28. For your winner by split decision, Sean Razorback Holden.
Good call there from the judges. The Razorback short Holden goes to 5-2. Armando Servin falls to 4-5. Perfect first round from Servin, but then he allowed Holden to gain momentum in the second, and Holden brought it home strongly in the third and final. Okay, folks, time to park our peepers backstage where Rovin Ronnie Clark has the RFA World Champion, Leandro Higo.
Thanks, guys. Leandro Higo and his coach, Eric Albarracin. Leandro, you have won 7 straight. What has been the key to your recent success?
Qual foi a chave para seu sucesso em suas últimas 7 vitórias?
A chave do meu sucesso sempre, que eu digo, é trabalhar duro todos os dias. O meu trabalho maior não é só chegar aqui no octógono e lutar. Isso para mim é uma diversão. O meu trabalho, o mais duro, é viver isso e viver de atleta no Brasil. Isso é mais duro que trabalhar, que lutar. Para mim, o meu dia a dia é mais duro que lutar. Isso aqui é uma diversão para mim hoje.
The reason for my success is because I train hard every day. I live the life of an athlete. I live in Brazil, and living in Brazil and training hard in Brazil is harder than the fight.
Leandro, you had a hard time making weight yesterday, but Eric gave you some advice. What did you do to make weight?
Peso, o que você fez para bater peso?
Eu cheguei, tive algumas divergências na minha viagem. Minha mala foi extraviada, teve várias coisas, mas nem por isso eu deixei de cumprir meu papel como profissional. Faltou algumas graminhas ali, eu preferi tirar meu cabelo do que sofrer mais um pouquinho.
So I had to, there were some problems with my luggage upon arriving. I arrived in Dallas just the day before weigh-ins, and I am a professional. I got down as close as I could, and I wouldn't give up, so I had to sacrifice my hair to make weight.
He cut his hair. Guys, thank you so much. This is a haircut, Michael, I know you are proud of.
Thanks, Ron. Of course, that's why I have no hair myself. I also have to make weight all the time. Okay, folks, coming up after the break, the featherweights throw down as Oscar Ramirez and Cameron Miller go at it. You're watching Legacy Fighting Alliance on Access TV5. Welcome back to Dallas, Texas. Welcome back inside the Bomb Factory, where it's Legacy Fighting Alliance #1. History in the making. We are 2 fights down. It's time to roll on to our third contest. It's a catchweight of 130 as Cameron Miller takes on Oscar Ramirez, 2 undefeated fighters. Let's go to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome into the octagon, representing Campuzano MMA, Cameron Miller. And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the octagon, representing War Room, Oscar Ramirez.
Oscar Ramirez, one of the smallest Mexican flags we've ever seen. Trained out of the War Room in Fort Worth. 2 wins by knockout, 1 by submission. 7-week camp in prep for this one. Loves to knock people out. Look out for the hands, look out for the spinning elbows on Oscar Ramirez. Also, not much research on Miller given the last-minute change. But Ramirez is a finisher, Pat. He's never been to a decision.
And Ramirez talked about the spinning elbow like most people, like a boxer would talk about his jab. He just goes, watch it, trust me, it's gonna land. We shall see, though.
Also undefeated as an amateur, 4-0, 3 subs, 1 TKO. Like Miller, he also studied at the University of Texas in Arlington. Battle of the college students here. Tell of the tape, 2 men undefeated, both the same age. 1 inch taller is the maths teacher. He's got the slight weight advantage. He gives up ½ an inch in reach, and he has ½ an inch in the legs. Let's go to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, our third fight of the night is being brought to us by Young Ideas Satellite and HD TVs. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds of 5 minutes each in the LFA catchweight division. Introducing first, on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, his official weight 129 3/4 pounds. This striker holds a perfect record, 2 wins against no defeats. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, and taking this fight on 1 week's notice, Cameron Miller. And across the cage on my left, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 129 1/4 pounds. This striker is also undefeated, 3 wins, no losses. Fighting out of Grand Prairie, Texas, Oscar the Scorpion Ramirez. Referee to give final instructions, Aladdin Martinez.
All right, gentlemen, obey my commands at all times. I want you to touch gloves, go to the corners, and I'll call you out.
Aladdin Martinez, our referee for this one. 2 undefeated fighters at a catchweight of 130. Cameron Miller and Oscar Ramirez.
You ready? You ready? Let's go. Keep it clean, guys.
Trying to counter off the leg kicks with the right hand early there, Miller. Oh, left hook catches him clean.
is flurrying on him.
Taking punishment. Oscar Ramirez. Miller's going to choke him standing. Wow. No, he's going to do it on the ground.
He's out.
That's good night, Irene. You can do the math on that. My word. Cameron Miller brings the house down.
Ramirez just put the referee in the guard. Woke up to the referee on top of him, thought he was still fighting. And Miller's middle school math students will suddenly listen a little closer in class.
And Bria, look, I'm here, you see? All my students.
Untouched, unscathed, didn't raise a sweat. Cameron Miller 3-0. Young man going places.
Both wins by submission. But man, this kid can box too. Check out this hook. Smokes it over that right hand. And then goes in for the kill. Just a buzzsaw after that. Lands the choke standing up and then follows up with the leg. Gets the leg and he is out instantly. Crisp technique.
David Maldonado goes to work on the nose of Ramirez, maybe broken. Cameron Miller, explosive.
Cameron Miller, a brilliant mind behind athleticism. You get that guy. Holy cow.
Homework when I get back.
Let's go to Colin, put it in the record books.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner at 29 seconds in the round, number 1, Cameron Miller.
Cameron Miller goes 3-0, and Oscar Ramirez his first ever professional loss. Okay, it's time to go backstage again where Rovan Ronnie Kruk has the legacy champion, Stephen Ocho Peterson.
Thanks, guys. Stephen Peterson, your story has been well documented. You've been very open with your troubled past and how MMA has really saved your life. So tonight you get a chance at history. What would it mean to you both professionally and personally to be crowned the LFA's first champion?
Man, it means everything to me. This is everything I've been working for. It's just an exclamation mark at at this point in my story. It shows hard work pays off, and I'm just there to go claim my gold.
Tough fight tonight against Leandro Higo. He has not lost in 7 years, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. How comfortable are you if this fight goes to the ground?
I'm comfortable wherever this fight goes. I'm prepared. I'm a brown belt in BJJ. My submission defense is top level, so I roll with black belts all the time. It's nothing new to me. I know what to do. I'm just mind my P's and Q's. If it goes to the ground, it goes to the ground. I'll be fine there, and I'll take it where I'm strong, and I'll get the victory one way or another.
Well, you'll definitely have the home cage advantage here in Dallas. You think this crowd will be as loud as the one over at Cowboy Stadium on Sunday?
Yeah, I don't think Cowboy Stadium's got nothing on this place. I'm going to blow the roof off this building tonight.
Very good. Appreciate the time. Michael and Pat, back to you.
Confident as always, the legacy champion, Stephen Peterson, looking to become the first ever LFA world champion in our main event tonight. More action when we return. It's Legacy Fighting Alliance 1 from the Bomb Factory in Dallas. Welcome back to Dallas, Texas, where tonight history is being made. It's the first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance from inside the Bomb Factory, where we are sold out. And we're counting down to that main event, the Bantamweight World title, the unification bout, Leandro Higo and Stephen Peterson. But coming up now, it's a strawweight contest as Cynthia Calvillo looks to maintain her undefeated record against Montana Stewart. Let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making her way to the blue corner, Cynthia Calvillo.
trains alongside Paige Van Sant, and Paige called her the next superstar. Cynthia Calvillo says she exposes Montana Stewart tonight in the stand-up. Look out for the overhand right. She's predominantly a boxer. Plans to overwhelm Montana, pressure her, and break her. Calvillo coming off a 7-week camp, focused mostly on her striking. She's also a blue belt in BJJ. Comes in undefeated 2-0, the wins over Jessica Sanchez and Jillian Robertson.
Feels confident also against Montana Stewart. You know, obviously training with a lot of great wrestlers in the camp that she's in, and has great striking out there also. She feels well-rounded enough that she's going to find a weakness in Montana Stewart's game. We'll see if she can stop those takedowns from Stewart, being the former high school wrestler that she is.
Calvillo quietly confident, talking to her yesterday, says her style is a spider monkey style. And can she get those hands laid on the jaw and on the body of Montana Stewart?
Please welcome her opponent, making her way to the LFA Octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Montana Stewart.
'21-year-old Montana Stewart. 7-week training camp for this mother of one. Worked on her wrestling, on her kickboxing. She knows Calvillo is tough. Says Calvillo applies pressure. Says Calvillo doesn't display many weaknesses. Has good boxing. But Montana Stewart, a very competent wrestler, believes she'll take Cynthia down and pound her out or submit her, Pat.
You know, remains to be seen. It all comes down to being able to get past those strikes, get in clean. I think she probably will get a takedown or two in this fight. We'll see if she can do anything with it, though.
Her loss to Mackenzie Dern last time. Montana told us yesterday she was rattled coming into the fight against Mackenzie Dern because of the controversy that had surrounded her boyfriend, Mark De La Rosa, before the contest. It got into her head and affected her mentally. She says tonight, mentally, she's on her game.
Yeah, you know, she had nothing to do with that situation. It was out of her control. It was very unfortunate for her because she was the brunt of that situation, and she shouldn't have been.
So hopefully we'll see Montana Stewart at her best tonight. Once again, let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA strawweight division. It is brought to you by Toyota of Irving. Test drive the all-new Tundra TKO tomorrow. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this grappler stands 5'4", weighed in at 115.75 pounds, holding a professional mixed martial arts record, 2 wins, 0 defeats. Training out of Team Alpha Male and fighting out of Sacramento, California, Cynthia Calvillo. Her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, is a wrestler standing 5'7", weighed in at 115.75 pounds, holding a professional record, 6 wins, 3 defeats. Training out of the War Room and fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, Montana Stewart. Your referee charging the action is Aaron Menard.
Ladies, center. Center.
Ladies, there are rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Let's do this.
Aaron Menard, final instructions for this one. Big cheerio to Andrea KGB Lee, former Legacy champion. Watching live on Access TV. Good luck with your fight on Invicta tomorrow night, Andrea Lee. As Cynthia Calvillo looks to take on Montana Stewart and maintain her undefeated record. Stewart with the war man, Stephen Wright, in her corner, the kickboxing doyen. And she opens up aggressively.
Calvillo doing a good job getting off the cage.
Shoots in for a double there.
Arms too wide, though. The underhook was easy to attain. Stop that takedown.
Calvillo will want to keep this one standing, get off her leather, pops a jab to the nose of Montana, goes body, swings for the head with the rear hook. Looking for a takedown again, Montana Stewart, Pat.
Leaving that left arm out wide every time. Calvillo's able to get that underhook and shut her down.
Long-reaching jab from Montana.
When you shoot a takedown, you've got to keep your elbows in tight.
Left hook from Montana, right hand missed the target. Calvillo threads the jab, a little lower. No right hand for company though.
It is again, leaving that left arm out. So several takedown attempts from Montana Stewart. Just wasted energy because of her arms being out wide.
Calvillo looking there, jab to the chest. Circles off counterclockwise. Left hook center the other way. Right hand down the tube, no lead to it though. Puts Montana against the cage.
Calvillo getting the takedown.
Unexpected there from Calvillo, scoots around, takes the back of Montana Stewart. Figure four around the body here from Calvillo.
Got the arm trapped also.
Stewart in a whole lot of bother here.
With her arm trapped inside those legs, you dang right she's in trouble.
Terrible place for Montana Stewart to be. With a long time to go in this round.
Calvillo just needs to keep punching here right now. She looks like she's tightening this up.
Stewart.
We go the cage, we go the cage.
Defending against the choke. Figure four not quite locked on as it was earlier. Calvillo still has her back.
Stewart fighting for hand control here. She's keeping that arm pinned to the ground, or was.
Locks the figure four again around the midsection, does Calvillo. Stewart, no place to go.
Flattened out.
Danger here for Montana.
Calvillo needs to get that hand loose or keep that wrist control. Doing a good job of inflicting a few punches there. Still got that wrist control.
Stephen Wright calling for Montana to get back to guard here.
Good job. She's out grappling Stewart.
And now he's saying to Montana, you're ready to stand, and stand she does, but Calvillo wants her back down on the floor.
Watch the back of the head.
The little knee, just trying to tuck it under the right arm of Montana. Calvillo in control with 80 seconds remaining.
Montana trying to come up.
Many people didn't think this would be the predicament, most considering that Calvillo would try and keep the fight on the feet, but she's the one that took Montana Stewart down after Montana's failed attempts, has kept her there in very dominant positions.
Well, training at Team Alpha Male, obviously a lot of great wrestlers out there. She's got a lot of good training partners. She mentioned that. You know, while I'm on the subject of Team Alpha Male, they get many more females out there. They're going to have to call it Team Alpha Human.
Team Beta Female? No, that doesn't sound right, does it?
No, it's just Team Alpha Human.
Just total control here from Cynthia Calvillo. Pounding away from the back of Montana Stewart.
Stewart trying to get her off. Getting a little bit high here.
Stewart's really going to appreciate the siren at the end of the round here. Give her a chance to reset with her corner. Calvillo won't find the finish. Montana Stewart will survive and go into round number 2.
Dominated this round.
Right. Let us know your thoughts on Twitter and your scorecard, folks. How are you enjoying LFA 1? It's at Chevello Voice, at Pat Militich, at R-Craft.
Hey, straight
What's the matter? Cover guard, keep moving.
We're fine.
Let's go. You're faster.
Yeah, you can score on her all day on the feet. You're seeing it.
Control. You end up on top every time. Finish on top. Stop being on bottom.
If you end up in the clinch, knee and push away. You want any water? You good?
That man, Stephen Wright, doesn't know about kickboxing, isn't worth knowing. He knows everything. He's an expert on kickboxing. In Montana Stewart's corner, 10-9 Calvillo in the first, says Pat.
Got it.
Let's see if Montana can effect a takedown here in the second.
They're telling the high school wrestler to keep it standing after that first round.
Calvillo is just prowling back and forth with confidence here. She's grinning, smiling at Montana Stewart, playing mind games with Montana.
Yep.
Does Montana keep it on her feet here? She's got the reach. Let's go to Rovan Ronnie Kruk. Ron.
As I just spoke to head coach at Team Alpha Male, Justin Buchholz, who told me that his advice to Cynthia Calvillo was to keep this round on the feet, be first and hit her on the break, and most importantly, have fun. She dominated that first round, definitely. She's having a good time. Michael?
She is indeed, Ron. Thank you. All smiles here. Cynthia Calvillo. Montana Stewart's got a little mouse just popping up under the right eye. Circling counterclockwise, Calvillo. Slick little move up, Cynthia Calvillo.
Yeah, she's quick.
Stewart unable to cut off the cage, stop her movement. Stephen Wright saying to Montana, you've got a jab. It's good advice because she does have the reach here. Got to keep pumping that lead hand into the face of Calvillo. Maybe not take those left hooks.
Tell you what, that right hand that Calvillo's throwing has missed its mark several times, but she's throwing it crisp right down the middle. If it connects, I think it's going to get Montana Stewart's attention at least.
Montana's chin a little high, and once again she gets tagged for it. She needs to tuck that chin, look through the brow, tighten her guard a lot, because these hands, as Pat said, are heavy on Calvillo. And Calvillo constantly going counterclockwise, has no fear of the left hand of Montana Stewart. Picking her shots wisely. And Montana just can't close her down here, Pat. High knee chance. Looks for the headache maker.
Montana Stewart more pushing her punches than snapping them, though. So the punches that she's going to land most likely won't do a whole lot of damage unless she can turn them over and get some snap to them.
Very nice jab, Calvillo. Mixing up the angles. Again, rocks the head back. Montana does a quick count of her teeth after that jab. There's the right hand down the center corridor, gut-munching lead. And Calvillo outboxing Stewart as she said she would. A big left hand. That one had some starch behind it.
Good
nice head movement.
Yeah.
Evaded 3 punches there, Calvillo. She really is confounding Montana Stewart here. Stewart's got to change it up. The stand-up game isn't working for her here in the second. And again, that power left.
Getting clipped.
Stewart's an opportunity here. And Calvillo takes her down for the second time. Takes the back standing now. Wrenches her to the canvas. Can she get her down? No, Stewart won't go there.
Nice job that time. Stuck the leg through the center there. Hooked the far leg. It's a nice leverage technique to dump somebody. Locks those legs up. You just spin your weight. Brings them down.
First time ever seeing Cynthia Calvillo, and I say, Pat, I am impressed. Postures up, drops the elbow, tries to lop her ear off, Van Gogh style.
Good position for Calvillo against the longer Stewart here. Half guard.
Another good round for Calvillo. Stewart trying to maybe lock up an arm.
Yep, Calvillo recognized that though.
Oh, tried to take her cheek off with that elbow. Stephen Wright calling for Montana to get back to guard here. Calvillo allows it back to the feet. Stewart breathing a little heavy. That mouse has opened up into a little cut now.
Into the right
smack
hand.
bang!
Finally landed a crisp one.
The sledgehammer from Cynthia Calvillo. My word, Montana Stewart taking more jabs than a pin cushion. 10 seconds remaining in the round. Another one for Cynthia, quite easily so. Jab just keeps coming, just keeps messing up the face of Montana Stewart. 2 in the books for Cynthia Calvillo.
Hold all day standing up, okay? All you gotta do, whatever you throw, finish with the hook. Just, I swear, you throw it across.
Beautiful work by Calvillo. Nice job landing punches and working jabs all day long in this round. Just over and over and over, and also getting out with head movement, which is very important. Watch how she throws this leg across. I call it the 2x4 technique. Just throwing a board between their legs, locking the legs up, makes it easy to dump people. It's a nice, tricky little technique. You don't have to use a lot of strength to get somebody down. There's that big right hand that Stewart finally walked right into.
'18 in favor of Cynthia Calvillo. One more round remaining. Montana Stewart needs to dig deep, needs to find something and find it fast.
Fight!
Calvillo smiling at her. Almost an evil, sinister smile too. Montana needs to try and take her down, find top position. Let's go to Roncraft.
Guys, the advice from Montana Stewart's corner was, hey, simple. They know they're down 2 rounds. She's got to get up and go and needs to end this fight. The strategy was stay off the floor, counter punch, and drop a big bomb. Michael?
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that one, Pat. Stay off the floor. She was getting toyed in the second round of the striking.
She needs to go for a submission, do something crazy, roll into a leg lock, flying arm bar, jump for a guillotine, I don't care what. She got to get something going.
In the first round early on, Stewart's striking wasn't looking too bad. Second round, though, Calvillo dominated her. Stewart here looks for a takedown. Calvillo gets top position, though, ends up in side control, knee on belly.
Beautiful reversal out of that single leg by Stewart. Use that foot to elevate her and take her over. And then hip heisted over on top. Now she's got cross-side position and ready to do some damage, trying to trap that arm with the leg. Should have her head on the other side of that arm, though. Want to secure that head on the upside of that arm first before you trap the wrist with your leg or the arm with the leg.
Cynthia Calvillo, out of nowhere, her first time ever on a major card, indeed on a nationally broadcast card, impressing all and sundry.
Montana trying to back out of this. You can see her trying to get out.
Don't forget, Montana Stewart withstood some real pretzel twisted situations from Mackenzie Dern for quite a while before the end of that fight. Figure 4 wrapped around the body again here. Halfway through the third and final round, it's all Cynthia Calvillo.
Oh, really flattened her out. Look at her legs up in the air.
Forced to cover up, nowhere to go here for Montana Stewart.
Yeah, just keep punching and let the ref do the work for you and stop it.
Her face is getting mauled now.
There's a flatten out again.
Referee could stop this one soon. And he does.
Yeah.
Cynthia Calvillo, 3-0. Montana Stewart, 6-4.
Good stoppage.
There is the face of a girl to keep a close eye on. Cynthia Calvillo, my word.
Tough little lady. Good technique.
What went wrong for Montana Stewart tonight, Pat?
Yeah, to be honest with you, she got out quick, she got out techniqued. Watch this. See how she's got that foot in to elevate the hips and then comes over on top of Montana Stewart. Good ground awareness, knowing where she was at all times and sensed where the daylight was to get out of it and come out on top. And then just relentless here on top. And good call by the referee. Montana Stewart wasn't really going anywhere out of that position.
Let's go to Mike Kendall to make it all official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee calls a stop to the fight. 2 minutes, 54 seconds into the third round for your winner by TKO, Cynthia Calvillo.
3-0 now for Calvillo. And she's going to have a chat with Ron Trump.
Thank you, Michael. Cynthia Calvillo, your first bout on Access TV. What a performance. Dominated both on the ground and standing up. Give us an idea of what your strategy was coming in.
Pretty much just give her everything I got. I mean, I knew she was going to be hungry. She came off of a really tough loss, and I know she wanted to come back and really show what she's all about. So I was ready. I knew it was going to be a grinding match.
It definitely was. I was in your corner for a while, and they kept yelling, Tyson, Tyson. Can you give us a little detail on what that means?
I just got heavy hands. I didn't let my hands go as I should, but I guess they call it Tyson because they see me throw some furies in training, you know?
Tyson and heavy hands, yes, those two go together. Cynthia, of course, you train at Team Alpha Male with the likes of Paige Van Zandt. Talk about what it is like to be a part of that team.
I mean, it's the best team in the world, Team Alpha Male. We got everybody out there. Paige, brand new Bantamweight champion of the world, Cordy Garbrandt, man. How can I not come out here and represent and, you know, do it just like Team Alpha Male?
Well, congratulations on this victory. I know we'll see you right here on Access TV Fights again.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody and showing me so much love. Thank you.
Enjoy this win. Michael and Pat, back to you.
Talk about marketability, talk about talent. 3-0, Cynthia Calvillo absolutely dismantling Montana Stewart, who looked like a fish out of water for much of the fight. And here's how Calvillo did it. She got the takedowns, she got the dominant positions, striking on the feet, almost choked her out a couple of times, and the vicious ground and pound that ended the contest. Folks, coming up next, Eli Tamez is back to take on Ulysses Aguila. Legacy Fighting Alliance will be right back. Welcome back to Dallas, Texas. Dinner tonight was provided from the team from All Sourced Up. They've won several awards, and I'll tell you what, you want the best brisket you'll ever taste? Check out All Sourced Up. They fed us well tonight.
Stuff was amazing.
Well, you know what else is going to be amazing? Our next fight, it's a bantamweight contest. It's the return of the hairstylist after a 2-year layoff. Eli Tamez, undefeated 9-0, takes on Ulysses Aguila, 6-1. Let's go to Colin Cantrell to bring him in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me. Welcome to the LFA Octagon, representing Legion of Honor, Ulysses Aguila.
Ulysses Aguila from Fort Worth, Texas, trained by Randy Villarreal from the Legion of Honor, on a 5-fight winning streak. 5-week training camp for this purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. A submission specialist. The chokes are what to watch out for. You'll see them there against Jake Norsworthy, Jeremiah Castillo, and Jeremy Vaughan. Knows that Eli has a looping hook and a looping overhand right. Says he plans to time the takedown of those looping strikes. Beat him up until the ref stops it or choke out the hairstylist.
No doubt the toughest opponent that Eli Tamez has ever faced. At 9-0, Tamez has not faced a guy like this at all. Aguila, a guy that's used to finishing fights. Always looking for a finish, always aggressive, tough as nails.
Tamez hasn't fought anyone since February of 2015, Pat, so he's stepping back into the mix, as you said, against his toughest opponent ever.
Yeah, and we'll see if the ring rust is there. Certainly a tough opponent will add to that rust or knock it off of you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the octagon, representing Fortis MMA, Eli Tamez.
Eli Tamez returns after a 2-year absence. Gotta love a man who sports a hoodie that reads on the back, "My hairstylist can beat up your hairstylist." He's a professional hairstylist and a professional wrecking ball. Undefeated in 9 fights. 5-0 in Legacy, 3-0 here on Access TV. 2-0 in the Legacy prelims is the Tomahawk. Says he will knock down Ulysses and then says he will choke him out. Believes that Ulysses Aguila is open to the straight right hand.
Tamez is used to winning, obviously, never lost. And a lot of decisions on his record tells you that he's got good endurance. He's gone the distance a lot, so he can hang.
Tamez believes this is the fight that gets him a UFC call-up. Took some time off because he came off 4 straight decision wins. Said he needed to evaluate his game and focus on getting back to finishing opponents. We've seen plenty of Tamez before, Pat.
Yeah, he does have good takedowns. He's got good striking, well-rounded, but his entrances are well-timed on his takedowns. That's something about him. He'll get fighters into exchanges and then enter cleanly underneath his opponent's counter punches. He's got some talent, got some technique.
Let's look at the tale of the tape brought to you by WarriorsAndGangsters.com. Tamez undefeated. He has 7 years the older. Slight weight advantage, 1 pound goes to Tamez. Reach in the arms to Aguila. 1 inch longer downstairs is Eli Tamez.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 5th fight of the night is being brought to us by GLC 2000, no pain, more gain. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for 3 rounds of 5 minutes each in the LFA Bantamweight division. Introducing first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 134 1/4 pounds. This boxer and RFA vet holds a record of 6 wins against a lone defeat. Fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, Ulysses Aguila. And across the cage on my left, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 135 1/4 pounds. This freestyle fighter and legacy veteran is perfect as a professional. 9 wins, no losses. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, Eli Tamez. Referee to get final instructions, Alain Martinez.
All right, gentlemen, finish up at all times. I want you to touch gloves and go back to the corners. I'll call you out.
Intense stare down between Ulysses Aguila and Eli Tamez. 3 rounds of bantamweight. The good money, he's on it, not going that far.
Eli, you ready? Ulysses, you ready? Let's go. Keep it clean, guys.
In
Keep it
particular, who can choke opponents out, especially Aguila.
Aguila wanted to touch gloves. Tamez shook his head no. Pulling guard.
Outside leg kick from Aguila. Left hook didn't turn the knuckles in.
Aguila really showed his cards by pulling guard, saying, I want no part of stand-up.
Nice little uppercut from Tamez as Aguila came in. Tamez inside a half guard now.
Get toe out of the cage. You listen, get toe out of the cage.
Tamez doing a good job sticking that head inside on the jaw and neck of Aguila. Nice job looking to pull that post out from underneath Aguila. So Aguila's the one pulling his guard, going to his back, and now fighting to get back to his feet.
Flipping right hook there from Aguila as they get back onto their feet. Jab two from Tamez, finds the uppercut. Aguila swung for an overhand right. Step through knee from Tamez, nicely delivered.
Good timing on that. Aguila fighting for a takedown here. So yeah, the thing that I'm confused about is Aguila pulling guard twice in this fight and then battling to get back to his feet. It's very confusing to me, actually.
Safe sword calling for Eli to disengage, and he does. Aguila resets himself. Overhand right from him, misses the target. Drives Tamez back against the cage.
Sloppy overhand right at least gets him into an attempted takedown. Aguila looking for this key lock here. Buddy. Quite the scramble.
Tamez out of trouble, barely evades a knee, puts Aguila against the cage now.
Good job by Aguila using that to get out of that situation, and good job by Tamez escaping.
Bolo punch there from Tamez.
I'm saying to my fighter, every time Aguila throws that jab, he leans his head way out to the side, throw your left high kick, it'll find its target.
Safe sword telling Tamez, listen to me, back up and keep the fight on its feet. Forked right hand there. Tamez sprawls out.
Nice sprawl. There he is. Aguila pulling guard again. Nice job driving that knee through the center there. Trying to stack him with a guillotine here for a second.
Tamez drifts back to the center of the cage. Jab two, the jab connecting, not the two. Front kick, outside leg kick from Aguila. Tamez flurries a four-punch combination. Aguila misses with an uppercut. Tries to counter off the overhand right there, Tamez. We go to the towels at the end of one. Legacy Fighting Alliance, one from the Bomb Factory in Dallas, Texas. Michael Chavallo, Pat Miletich with you.
And then go after your takedown. Keep kicking. The kicks are working, and don't settle for going to your back all the time. I know you can play jiu-jitsu, but let's get on top. That should be year-round, but you went to your back, so you never know.
Aguila here on his back. Nice job hitting his key lock. Wanting to get Tamez off of him and come up on top. Tamez decides the pressure's enough. Let's go for the roll. Both guys scrambling back up to their feet. Both guys technically successful there. Aguila using it to get out of a bad position, and Tamez escaping that key lock.
You've already got him beat manually. He does not want to fight on the feet. Rashad.
Safe suit with the instructions there for Eli Tamez as we get ready to roll into the second of 3. 10-9 Tamez, you're saying, Pat, in the first.
Yes, sir. Without a doubt in my mind.
Keep it clean, guys.
Aguila's corner told him, look, dude, stop pulling guard. We know you're content to be on your back and work your jiu-jitsu, but come on, dude, you got to work for a takedown.
Let's go to Reverend Ron.
Guys, I talked to Safe Saad in the corner of Eli Tamez in between rounds. Plain and simple, you guys said it. They don't want this fight on the ground. They said keep it standing. They believe that Aguila, he doesn't want anything to do with his stand-up. He has to avoid the clinch and start throwing bombs. You might notice a famous face in that corner of Tamez along with Safe Saad. That's Mavs guard Darren Willams. He's part of Fortis MMA. Michael.
Thanks, Ron. Big inside leg kick there from Aguila. Nice sprawl again from Tamez.
Got introduced to that famous Mavericks player before the show. And I told him, stop messing in jiu-jitsu and MMA and finish your NBA career first before you get a knee injury or something and screw it up.
There he is, Darren Willams, in the corner of Eli Tamez. Not very tall for a basketball opponent.
Well, very talented, obviously.
Very talented. Part of Fortis MMA. They've had a great run so far here tonight, undefeated, I believe, Fortis MMA tonight. Can Tamez continue their streak? Of course, their big one, the main event, Stephen Ocho Peterson, Leandro Higo. Oh, he tagged him with that one! Aguila and rubber legs, gets stuck again with the right hand. But Tamez not rushing, not overextending. He rocked Aguila, Pat.
Yes, he did. Legs are cooked spaghetti right now.
Tamez looks for the finish.
That right hand barely missed the chin.
What a return it would be after a 2-year absence to knock out Aguila tonight.
Tamez got to improve his posture when they're tied up. He keeps eating knees. Another key lock here.
How quickly the tide can turn in this sport.
Tamez got to get. Oh man, he's trapped. He's in trouble. Nice job getting out of that.
Tamez escapes half guard position for Aguila.
Aguila was happy to just use that as an escape and come up on top. This is where they wanted him. Better watch his neck. Nice job flipping over and coming out on top. Creative use of the cage there with his feet.
Tamez takes the back. Now Tamez's turn.
That was sweet.
Both men love the chokes, and Tamez has his chance now.
Got to capitalize here. Or at least inflict some punishment.
Stays on the back.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, Aguila in trouble. Aguila in trouble. No, Tamez gives it up. Didn't quite have it. Still 70 seconds remains in the second round. Tamez took the first 10-9. Tamez wants to go straight back on top of it. Aguila back to his feet.
Kept that left arm up high too long. Allowed Aguila to switch and spin around on him.
What a fantastic contest.
Watch his neck here. Nice hip through on that.
Aguila
trapped it beautifully. There's the elbows right there, buddy. Yep. Boy, start elbowing.
Got him crucifixed up like that. Time to elbow that cheek. Well, Aguila described Tamez yesterday as a lay and pray fighter. Certainly not laying and praying tonight. Ultra aggressive stuff from Eli Tamez.
You hurt him with that shot.
Looks composed in the corner.
I mean, speed, no power. Stop waiting on it, right?
Nice stuff here. Right hand, look at his legs. Like I said, cooked spaghetti. Staggering all over the place. There it is, right on the button. Nice angle. He created the angle on his own, though. Aguila got himself so out of position, he deserved to get hit. Check this out here. It was after the turn, hitting the guillotine here. Watch Tamez run across the fence to come up on top. That was slick. Aguila trying to get on his side. Tamez doing a beautiful job taking his back out of that position. Beautiful maneuvering and going for the choke right away out of that. Good scramble on the ground.
2 years out of the game, looking sharp. I think we'll give Tamez the nickname
Y'all go ahead. Let's go.
WD-40. No rust.
I like it.
Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
Oh, smacking right hand.
Nice job catching the kick and throwing those punches. Got to take advantage of every opportunity you get.
Chants go up for Eli Tamez from a large section of the crowd with lots of hair product.
Should have a big Paul Mitchell logo on him or something.
Outside leg kick from Tamez. You can't rule out Ulysses Aguila. Let's go to Rovin Ron.
Randy Villarreal in Ulysses Aguilar's corner surprisingly said they're happy to stand and trade, but Aguilar's giving up way too much easy offense. That they need better defense in the stand, but they are happy to stand and trade with Tamez. Michael.
Thank you, Ron.
I would say for Aguila, he needs to go to a boxing gym for at least a year and spend time donating blood.
High knee from Aguila. One thing I will say about all the fighters from Safe Sod's gym, they've got one of the most intense coaches in the sport, Pat.
Oh, he's definitely intense.
But we were backstage with all of his fighters before the show, and he's got the most relaxed fighters backstage.
Yeah, he's the spaz.
I mean, he really is. They were all asleep. They were chilling on their phones, sitting there relaxing.
Right, right.
He's the crazy one. They're all very relaxed.
Safe definitely doesn't need any caffeine.
He makes caffeine nervous. Uppercut there from Aguila.
You can see Aguila digging that elbow in, trying to break that grip. Got that leverage of that forearm on the arm. Now trying to pop it with his hands. Trying to pump the leg up from underneath him. Good job. Now leg lock coming. Leg lock. Better be getting back to the head. Figure for his own leg. Got to get that right foot over that and hook it. Able to get it free.
Tamez out of trouble. Back to his feet now. Throws a knee. How are you scoring it, folks? Let us know on Twitter at Chevallo Voice, at Pat Miletich, at RCrap. It's all part of Legacy Fighting Alliance #1. History in the making tonight.
Another key lock. Give up position to go for it. Just not quick enough coming on top. He's got to practice that transition from that move to coming on top the cross sides. to finish that. Another leg lock attempt here for starting it initially was Aguila. Nice. Had wrist control on that side, got that arm out of the way to get that leg in.
Under a minute remaining.
Safe, deliberately lying to his fighter, saying you got 60 seconds.
Figure four around the body. Locks the figure four again. Safe side says nice. Good control. Half cut. And looks like the Tomahawk is back. And looks like the Tomahawk's going to win. 2-year absence, no sign of ring rust whatsoever for the hairstylist Eli Tamez.
Again, good conditioning. He's gone to a lot of decisions. Showed it again tonight. Good technique, good well-rounded game.
If you missed New Japan Pro Wrestling earlier, you missed one of the best wrestling matches of all time. Stay tuned for the encores. The Cleaner Kenny Omega challenges the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
In and out, baby.
So Tamez, who strived over the last 2 years to finish fights, working his finishing, is probably going to get another decision win here.
That's a good win, though, over a guy
very good
with a good record. Especially considering coming off a long layoff.
You won't find a nicer guy in the sport, Pat.
No, absolutely not.
Just don't call him a hairdresser.
No, he gets a little offended by that, doesn't he?
Apparently it's offensive.
There's a difference.
30-27 should be an easy one-sided decision here from our three judges for Eli Tamez. Let's go to Colin.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for these fighters leaving in the cage for 3 hard-fought rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecards where we have a split decision. Judge Steve Armstrong scores the fight 30-27 Tamez. Judge Marconi Nascimento scores the fight 29-28 Aguila. And Judge Susan Moore scores the fight 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Eli Tamez.
Well, Judge Nascimento got it all wrong. 30-27 Eli Tamez, no doubt about it. Let's go to Rovan Roncraft.
Eli Tamez remains undefeated. You improved to 10-0. You hadn't fought in almost 2 years, Eli. Did not seem like you had any ring rust. Give us your thoughts on this battle.
You know, he's tough. I figured he'd come in here and try to be pulling guard and stuff. I didn't get off like I wanted to, but, you know, I'll keep at it and see what happens. He's tough, but I knew I beat him.
We got the win, Eli. You know, there have been those that have maybe questioned the legitimacy of the opponents that you have faced to get to 9-0. Do you feel that you silenced some of those critics tonight with your performance?
Yeah, you know, I mean, he's 6-1. All of his finishes are stoppage. You know, I fought a 5-1 guy. All his were knockouts. I beat him. you know, everybody I fought, I beat, and you know, that's it.
Well, I know you want to celebrate this with your son, Eli Tamez. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for my wife, you know, my little boy right here. My 2 other kids, I do everything for them. You know, I want him to be proud of me. I want all my kids to be proud of me. Man, my wife, you know, I love her. Thank you, babe. Hey, Dana White, come on, man. I'm 10-0.
How'd Dad do tonight?
Good.
Well put. Eli Tamez, enjoy this win.
Well, it's a pity that he can't tempt Dana White with a haircut, but he may yet find his way into the UFC. Undefeated 10-0, Eli Tamez. A fantastic performance after a 2-year layoff. Folks, it's time next for our co-main event. Former Legacy champion Damon Jackson seeks to prove among the top featherweights outside the UFC, but he'll face the red-hot Charles Cheeks when we return. Welcome back to Dallas, Texas. A chilly night outside, but it is red hot inside the bomb factory, where Legacy Fighting Alliance #1 is alive and happening. It is time for our co-main event. A featherweight contest that should be an absolute rip snorter. As Damon Jackson takes on Charles Cheeks III, let's go to Mike Kendall.
Dallas, Texas, it is now time for the co-main event of the evening. Please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Charles Cheeks III.
Charles Cheeks III says he'll test out Damon Jackson's cardio. Has to avoid the takedowns. Can't let Damon hold him down. He said he's worked on his striking, went back to basics, learned to apply pressure, worked on his cardio. Said the loss to Ray Trujillo at Legacy 50 really made him reevaluate his training. And of course, he hasn't lost since a 9-week camp for this black belt in karate. The win over David Armas, the win over Justin Reisberg was a huge one for his career, Pat.
Absolutely. I mean, beating Reisberg was an upset in my mind, without a doubt, and I'm sure yours also. You know, for me, Cheeks has all the tools he needs athletically, physically, mentally. It just comes down to really, truly being able to do those transitions between the grappling, the striking, and the wrestling. We'll see if he's filled in those gaps in this fight tonight. He's going to need them against Damon Jackson.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, Damon Jackson.
Great round of applause as always for Damon Jackson. One tough nut. An 8-week training camp for the man who loves the jab, loves the rear naked choke. He knows that Cheeks is explosive, so he worked on his movement during that 2-month camp. No sitting in the pocket, in and out, trading shots. Well, if not necessary, he says, I don't plan to stand in front and trade shots. You know he's going to try and take Cheeks down. You know he's going to parry those punches, counter the strikes, wait for Cheeks to overcommit, get the takedown, and grind away.
Yeah, he's got great wrestling and great ground skills. He can also take a punch. I mean, against Levi Miles, he got hammered with some bombs during that fight and withstood it. Very close decision between those two. Damon Jackson also experienced in the UFC. I mean, he is solid. Here it is against Levi Miles. Both these guys went to war with each other. It was a back and forth battle between the two. Damon Jackson doing a good job of transitioning, getting takedowns, getting in clean. You can see his transitions from striking to wrestling are very good. And he is a finisher on the ground.
Jackson trained by Safe Sword from Fortis MMA. They are 3-0 already here tonight as we look at the tail of the tape, brought to you by WarriorsandGangsters.com. Height differential one to look at here, 4 inches to Jackson. He's got 2 inches longer in the arms. Let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Featherweight division. It is brought to you by Venom, the official glove of the LFA. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This wrestler stands 5'7", weighed in at 146.75 pounds. Holding a professional mixed martial arts record, 11 wins, 5 defeats. Training out of Metro Fight Club and fighting out of Houston, Texas, Charles Cheeks III. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a wrestler standing 5'11", weighed in at 145.75 pounds, holding a professional record, 10 wins, 1 defeat. Training out of Fortis MMA and fighting out of Dallas, Texas, Damon the Leech Jackson. Your referee in charge of the action is Aaron Menard.
Yeah, I told you, right? The deal he did.
All right, gentlemen, put all the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Let's do this.
Aaron Menard in charge of this one between Charles Cheeks III and the Leech, Damon Jackson.
Fight, you ready? Fight, you ready? Fight!
Good outside thigh kick from Cheeks to open up.
Jackson got to be extremely careful early on. The power of Cheeks is going to be ridiculous early in this fight.
Jackson immediately looks to put Cheeks on his back. Cheeks doesn't want to go there.
Trapping that leg so he can't get up. Taking the post from him, see him pinching it between his legs. Looking to take his back if he gets up now. That's the reason he hopped across. Cheeks trying to keep that post arm away from him. Jackson, you know, wants to snatch it. There it is. At some point, you have to bail on the wizard because of that. There's the far side wrist control. That prevents him from getting up. See how that takes that post arm from him. Great ground awareness by Damon Jackson.
This is Damon Jackson's world.
Yes, it is.
On the ground, grinding away, staying stuck to his opponent. There's a reason, and they call him the Leech.
Nice job sliding that knee in. Fighting the guys that Damon Jackson's gone against, you're going to have a tight game. Look at that, there's no daylight between the two bodies. Glued to him. Cheeks really defending that neck well so far.
Figure 4 around the body now from Damon Jackson. Cheeks staying composed. Jackson doing what Jackson does.
Fighting that choke in, buddy. He's either crunching his face or his neck, one or the other. Arch into it, you can hurt their low back with that.
Ground and pound now from the Leech. Cheeks nowhere to go. Jackson tries to apply the choke again. Can he find it this time?
Nice job getting that wrist control again. Damon Jackson there.
Cheeks still looking very composed. Jackson's figure 4 taking the toll on the midsection. Restricts the breathing.
Long enough legs to be really effective with that figure 4. Crushing the cheek now.
Oh, wow.
That hurt him. You could tell how panicked he was to get that off of there.
Real pressure on the jaw here of Cheeks.
There's a lot of nerve bundles underneath that cheek of Cheeks.
Keep pushing that foot off.
Jackson glance towards his corner. Finding the nose and forehead.
Cheeks need to just quit worrying about punching behind his head. Start getting hand control and figuring out how to get out of this figure 4. He's got to get that leg unhooked. See how Damon Jackson's got that leg down there. He finally put his foot on it. Got to trap his hip to the ground, straighten that bottom arm, keep that arm to the ground as much as you can, and try and pivot your body what you do is inhale as big as you can, and when you exhale, it makes your body skinny and creates a gap in between the legs, and you can spin your body easier. That's just one technique, one way of getting out of that.
Jackson hasn't won via submission since July 2014 when he subbed out Leonard Garcia at Legacy 33.
Cheeks, nice job getting out of that. Cheeks need to push off, get out of this. Yeah, there he goes. Smart.
When he finished, Garcia was his ninth win in a row, ninth stoppage win. Got the call up to the UFC after that. Once you get back there, you can bet.
Damon Jackson trying to snap down here, successful. Nice job getting behind the arm there of Cheeks. Just the little things that are getting Damon Jackson the upper hand.
End of the round, and it should be an easy one in the books for Damon Jackson. Big hello also to Don Story, who is watching live from Livonia, Michigan. Hope you're enjoying it, Don Story. 10-9 Damon Jackson, no-brainer.
Damon Jackson with that wrestling experience, he can decide where the fight goes with a lot of his opponents. You can see that kick comes, he recognized that Cheeks is on one leg, time to go, drives through that double leg. Here's the face crank again. Like I said, there's a lot of nerves underneath the cheekbone of every person. I'm telling you, you can see how panicked he was to get that off of there. That's very painful. Crush those nerves. Nice explosive move by Cheeks. Rotating his body, turning his hips over quick to get out of that. And then hunting the choke on Damon Jackson.
Second round of 3.
You ready? You ready? Fight!
Outside leg kick from Jackson to open up.
Still got to watch out for the power of Cheeks. Cheeks looks pretty fresh to me.
Just got out of the way of the knee. Okay, Ron Kruk is in Jackson's corner, Ron.
Yeah, guys, Safe Saad said he wants this fight back on the ground. That's where Jackson dominated, and he's dominating right now. Michael, take it away.
Thanks, Ron. Big strikes there from Jackson. Cheeks managed to grapple up with him and close them down, but for a moment there, Cheeks looked to be in trouble, Pat.
My goodness. His tail hit the ground and shot back to his feet. Got hit with some heavy shots again, and then exploded into Damon Jackson trying to get a takedown. Cheeks a tough character, but really getting himself behind the 8 ball here.
A lot of aggression to begin the round here from Damon Jackson. Still trying to sink the choke.
Damon Jackson smart there to come up on top, not stay on his back.
Jackson may have him now. He does. Damon Jackson. Second round submission.
Great performance by Damon Jackson. Striking looked crisp, and his ground, of course, as always, looked very good.
Fortis MMA proving the powerhouse of Legacy Fighting Alliance #1. They are 4-0. And if Steven Peterson wins the main event against the odds, they'll have a clean sweep.
Damon Jackson, watch how he gets into this with the jab. Right hand comes over the top. Big obvious punch in my mind. Got to be able to see that sort of stuff coming. Lands the head kick, the right hand, keeps the pressure on, recognizes Cheeks is in trouble, ends up getting the fight to the ground after Cheeks dove into him to save himself. Frying pan into the fire again. Jackson here, this is a smart point on the ground for him. Did not stay on his back, came up on top, now cinches it in. Cheeks is done.
Jackson goes 11-1-1. Sheets falls to 11-6. Let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Aaron Menard, calls a stop to the fight at 1 minute, 24 seconds into the second round. For your winner by tap out in a rear naked choke, Damon the Leech Jackson.
All right, Damon Jackson, impressive performance tonight. Your last 2 wins actually went to the judges' scorecards. Did you come in tonight looking for that finish?
No, I'm looking to come back the way I used to be, coming in for pressure and taking people out, looking for a finish. You know, I'm not gonna sit back and wait anymore. I try to change my style up, and you know, I'm gonna work with what I got, and it's good.
You dominated that first round and then finished him in the second. Let's take a look at some of your handiwork. Talk us through these highlights.
All right, let's get it. Right here, just kind of peppering, looking for that open for his neck and shoot that choke in. That's one of my favorite things. I didn't want to mess around tonight. This kid's tough, really athletic on the feet, so I wanted to fight on the ground quick as I could, but he was fighting that choke real tough, and I think he was just tired and done in that second round. He didn't fight it near as hard, but I didn't have it locked down near as tight as I did when I was over here.
Well, your team, Fortis MMA, is having a huge night tonight, undefeated. Talk about your team.
It's the same team. We moved gyms, we changed our name. It's the same damn team, same coach, same training partners. Nothing has changed. We're gonna take over under a new name, but it's the same guys putting their work in, and it's showing off tonight.
2-0, returning after a stint in the UFC. What's next for you? Do you feel that you should get the next LFA title shot?
I want Kevin. I don't care. Title, no title. I want Kevin. I know your back's not hurt. I hear they're looking for a featherweight matchup, so I'm ready to go as soon as these guys get me on the next card.
It would be a great matchup. We appreciate it. Damon Jackson, enjoy this win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mike on Pat.
Fortis MMA, Damon Jackson!
Sellout crowd. It was sold out weeks ago inside the Bomb Factory, and they've all turned out for this one. It's coming up next. The inaugural LFA Bantamweight World Title, Peterson and Higo. Welcome back inside the Bomb Factory in Dallas, Texas. Welcome to Legacy Fighting Alliance #1, where it is main event time. Michael Chavallo, Pat Miletich with you. Pat, we've all been waiting for this moment. A unification title bout. The climax of LFA 1. Legacy champion Ocho Peterson takes on RFA champion Leandro Higo. Both men featured in your top 5 Pat's prospects. Higo, you say #1. You've got Peterson as #3. The bookmakers also have Peterson as the underdog here tonight. How much of an upset would it be tonight if Peterson defeats Higo?
You know, given the momentum that Peterson has coming into this fight, after he got knocked out with a run of 6 straight fights against very tough opponents, not necessarily a massive upset, but certainly an upset in my mind. But Higo is a beast.
What has Peterson done to turn the tide in his career? Had that loss to Matt Hobar, as you said, had the loss after that to George Pakarariu. Since then, since 2013, 6 fights, undefeated, steamrolled his way here tonight, his way to the Legacy Championship, his way to this main event. How has he improved so out of sight over the last 3.5 years?
I think he got rid of his ego, quite frankly. He was very cocky, got KO'd in that fight, lost his ego, and many times when you get your ass kicked, you lose your ego real quick. Went to Octagon MMA, started training there, which now is called Fortis MMA, training with some great guys there. Look, iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. That's what it takes. You've got to have great training partners and great coaches, and that's what he's got.
Peterson saying he doesn't mind if the fight goes to ground tonight. Higo telling us yesterday, I'm not taking it to ground. He was confident. He said, I'm going to stand. I'm going to knock Peterson standing up. Definitely told us he's not going to ground. Do you believe that, Pat? Because sometimes those Brazilians, they got very good poker hands, very good poker faces. You don't know if they're really telling the truth. Do you think Higo, first chance to get, will try and take Peterson down?
Well, I'll tell you this. I've trained with an awful lot of great Brazilians. They all lie, especially when it comes to game plan. Be honest with you, I think it comes down to which guy has the most well-rounded game. Look, I want to spread out a guy's defense, especially when you get to the top-level guys. You've got to spread out the defense, keep guys confused, take down here, striking there, mix it up.
Okay, let's take a closer look now with some comments from the Super Coach about what each fighter can do in this historic main event to win the inaugural LFA Bantamweight World title.
All right, guys, we're going to preview what strategies each fighter, Peterson or Higo, need to implement in the main event title fight tonight to be successful. Joining me to help me out is Johnny Bedford, F3, Jim here in Dallas, Texas, extraordinary fighter in his own right. Anyway, for Steven Peterson, really it's important for him to not move straight backwards in this. He's got to either move lateral motion to get off the train tracks or be aggressive and go forward and explode. If he goes straight backwards, what happens is Higo runs everyone over like a truck. If Peterson goes straight backwards, he ends up taking too many punches, too much power from Higo, and he gets hurt. Also, one thing he's got to do is those big punches, they're often looping from Higo. With looping punchers, they load up a lot, so you can see the punches coming. When Peterson recognizes those types of punches coming from Higo, he sees it coming, he's able to get in, get underneath, and put Higo possibly on his back, use his size, because Peterson is a big guy for this weight division, hopefully wear the striker out a little bit on the ground. Also, when those big punches are coming from Higo, Peterson needs to see them get out of the way and throw his counters over the top, and many times straight punches will find their target. Third also is do not get into a slugfest with Higo. That's what Higo thrives on. If we're exchanging with looping punches and Peterson gets clipped, gets hit on the button, he can get hurt and put away. For Higo in this fight, most of all, he needs to control the center of the cage. This is something that Higo has always done well, and he needs to do it again here tonight. If he can do that, he can use his explosiveness, go in and out, use his feints and fakes, and keep Peterson confused. Against the cage, with Peterson on him, he's not able to do that, not able to use his explosiveness. Takes away a big element for this battle for him. As long as Higo or Peterson are able to successfully implement either one of these game plans, I feel that they're going to win the fight.
Fantastic analysis there, Pat. One other question I want to ask you. We know that Higo's hands are just insanely powerful, but we know that Peterson is like a human sponge. He can absorb all sorts of punishment. Does this one go beyond the first round either way for either fighter? Do you see Peterson being able to stand up to those power punches of Higo?
I think that in my mind, if it ends early, it's going to end Higo's way. Peterson has got to slow him down early on, tie him up, wear him out, and get him into the latter rounds, because Peterson has sick endurance. That's where he thrives. That's where he needs to get Higo into deep water.
The atmosphere here inside the Bomb Factory is palpable, and backstage for a taste of the atmosphere there, let's go to Rove and Ronnie Kruk. Ron.
Guys, I was just backstage in the locker rooms of our main event fighters, and really two different worlds. We begin with the man behind me, Leandro Higo. It was deathly silent in his locker room. He was sitting quietly with his coaches and teammates. Before he left, they embraced and said a prayer, all business. Different story in the locker room of Ocho Peterson. The mood was very light. They were having a great time. He was kidding around with his teammate, Rashad Coulter, and then he got to work on the mitts. Guys, this is going to be a great main event. Back to you, cage side.
Thanks, Ron. There really is an atmosphere unlike any I've ever seen in Legacy or RFA here tonight. Let's go to Mike Kendall to get this inaugural championship bout underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the blue corner, Leandro Pitbull Higo.
What can you say about the RFA World Champion that hasn't been said before? 10 wins out of 16 via submission, 3 via knockout, 3 via decision. Cast member in The Ultimate Fighter, Brazil Season 4. Now, Steven Peterson told us yesterday, and these are his words, Leandro Higo is a quitter. He quit on the Ultimate Fighter. He tapped out before the choke was even sunk in. I'll make him quit here tonight. I'll apply so much pressure that I'll make him quit. I fight too high paced. Let's take a closer look here at Leandro Higo.
Higo has finished some very high-level fighters, high-level grapplers, high-level strikers. This guy is a beast. And I tell you, this is the thing. A lot of people want to get into mixed martial arts, and I tell them, if you have a choice, don't do it, because you're eventually going to run into a guy like this who didn't have a choice, who comes from Brazil, from poverty, who will gladly put you in the hospital to win a fight and make a paycheck. This guy is dangerous.
We chatted to Higo yesterday through his translator, who was actually Ed Soares, and one word that kept coming over and over again was pedrada, pedrada, pedrada. We said, what the hell does this pedrada mean? And Ed told us it's a slang in Brazilian for a very hard rock. And so Higo was basically telling us over and over again, I'm going to hit him with the right hand. It's going to be like a hard rock that is going to knock Peterson unconscious.
Yeah, punching his own hand. Pedrada, pedrada. Evil.
Let's go to Mike.
Please welcome his opponent, making his way to the LFA octagon, fighting out of the red corner, the man of steel, Stephen Ocho Peterson.
There's the pajama pants and the ovation of this enormous crowd. The legacy world champion, Stephen Ocho Peterson, lost back-to-back fights 3 years ago to Matt Hobart and George Pacararu, and since then has been on an amazing tear. He's won 6 in a row. The win over Manny Vasquez, some considered an upset by a rear naked choke. The win over Irwin Rivera by decision. Irwin's such a quick mover and Ocho closed him down. A lot of people thought that Machado would beat him too, but Ocho defied the odds.
He did, and you know, he did it based on heart and endurance. He just keeps coming, keeps fighting. He'll get hurt, and he'll survive it and keep coming. And a lot of times fighters just aren't willing to keep going at the pace this kid goes at. I gotta hand it to him. He's turned his career around. I'm very impressed with him.
One of the things Ocho does so well, he gets inside opponents' heads. He says that's why De La Rosa didn't even show up to the fight here last time. He said, I got inside of De La Rosa's head and he chickened out. He believes, Pat, speaking to him earlier on tonight, that he's gotten inside Leandro Higo's head already. He did so yesterday at the weigh-in, he said.
Both guys talking smack, like you said, wouldn't back down from each other, wouldn't step away from each other. We'll see. You can get a guy out of his game by getting him too angry. He does it well.
Let's look at the talent of the tape for our main event, brought to you by WarriorsandGangsters.com. Stephen Peterson, 1 year the younger, 3 inches the taller. Weight is even. Reach goes to Higo. Huge reach in the legs goes to the legacy champion, Stephen Ocho Peterson. Pat, take us through the official fight gauge.
Gladly. Higo has the striking advantage over everybody. His ground game, he's a black belt, has the advantage in this. He's very fast, has the advantage. I'll give the strength to Peterson and endurance even.
It is the moment we've all been waiting for. The first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance World Championship is for the Bantamweight gold. Let's go to Mike Kendall and Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event of the evening. This contest is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds for the LFA Bantamweight World Championship. It is brought to you by Inca Cola. Drink an ice-cold Inca Cola to unleash your inner warrior. Look us up on the web at IncaColaUSA.com, and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Inca Cola USA. That's Inca with a C, Cola with a K, USA. For all those watching around the world and for those here in Dallas, Texas, are you ready for one? Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu kickboxer stands 5'6", weighed in at 134.7 pounds, holding a professional mixed martial arts record, 16 wins, 2 defeats. Training out of Pitbull Brothers. And fighting out of Moroso, Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil, your final RFA Bantamweight World Champion, Leandro Pitbull Higo.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my left, fighting out of the red corner, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 134 3/4 pounds. The submission fighter holds a professional record, 14 wins, 4 defeats. Fighting out of Dallas, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final Legacy Fighting Championship Bantamweight Champion of the World, Stephen Peterson. Referee to get final instructions, Aladdin Martinez.
All right, gentlemen, this is a championship fight. I want you to obey my commands at all times. I want you to touch gloves if you like. I'll go back to your corners.
Higo backs up first. He will not touch gloves. Ocho staring him down. The intensity in here is incredible. It's the main event of the first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance. The first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance World Championship. Leandro Higo.
Ready.
Stephen Ocho Peterson. Here we go. Skipping inside leg kick from Ocho early on. He's got the crowd support tonight, but Higo says he thrives on being the bad guy with the audience.
Peterson got to be very careful lunging forward like that, throwing that lead kick with that left hand down. That right hand from Higo is a veritable bomb.
And there he throws at the Brazilian, giving Ocho a little taste early on. Peterson looking to control center octagon. You see the quick release on that left hook from Higo, Pat.
Yeah, and you can tell punching power a lot of times out of a fighter with shoulder size and lat muscle definition. And Higo, they're massive slabs of meat on his back, and the shoulders are big. And he's shown power plenty of times in his fights.
Ocho really committing to that inside thigh kick. Got to be careful of the right hand counter though.
Peterson throwing that jab and turning and stepping across with his left foot, leaving his left side of his head wide open on that. Man, I do not like that. See how he's sliding across, Higo sliding to his left, or to his right. He's turning Steven, I can see it.
Again, the quick release on that left hook from Higo. Blistering pace on that lead hand. And then it's a thunderclap from the right. There it is.
That's what I'm talking about. Just waiting to unload it. I tell Peterson, start feinting the jab and throw on the right. Get rid of that jab because you're going to get munched.
How about get rid of the inside thigh kick, Pat?
Yeah, that too. See, it's just waiting. He's just trying to get the timing on it.
Higo on the balls of his feet. Two-punch combination. So fast.
He is.
Go.
7-fight streak for Higo, 6-fight streak for Ocho.
This is where I would want Ocho for the first round at least. Tied up, dirty boxing, heavy on the head.
Left hook, straight right hand, the old 3-2. Trying to counter off that inside thigh kick. I'd leave it alone if I was Ocho. Higo's going to time the counter off it. Left hook, right hand again. Ocho's never fought someone of the hand speed of Higo. Uppercut missed, left hook did it.
Higo's like a big jug of nitroglycerin. You're afraid to even jiggle him.
Oh, and again, left hook, backs up Ocho with the right hand. Ocho can take punishment, but he's cut already on the bridge of the nose. Right hand again from Higo.
That's where you say, stop boxing. Get him to counter and get him clean on the takedown.
As Pat said earlier, Ocho, tremendous heart. And very often that heart gets him through, gets him the result. How much punishment can he sustain from Higo? Ocho closed as the underdog at +170. Higo the favorite at -230, thanks to Nick Kalikas.
Ed Suarez having great points about Higo, saying, look, we already know he'd be in the UFC if A, there weren't so many fighters in that weight division in the UFC. B, if he weren't from Brazil, the economy has imploded in Brazil. So the number of shows have disappeared. Brazilian fighters can't get any experience down there. They can't make any money. And all the good Brazilians have already gotten into the UFC, and they're desperately trying to get in. He just can't get in yet because of those factors. So this guy does not want to lose at all, and he will keep trying to devour people at this level until he gets his shot.
Ocho's blood all over the face and back of Higo. Higo shoots in. Surprisingly shot in, and here's Ocho's chance!
He's got a good
Here's Ocho's chance!
He's squeezing for all he's got, buddy. This would be big.
This would be huge. This would be massive. Is Higo fading?
He's wiggling him off.
Ocho just needed a minute opening.
Higo may have learned a good lesson out of that one. Great BJJ black belt that he is.
Why would Higo try to take him down, Pat, when he's dominating on the feet?
You know, I have no idea. Fighters get ideas in their heads, they see things, and they do things.
Because that momentum that Higo had 30 seconds ago is now gone.
We don't even know. Maybe Higo injured a hand.
Could be. Stiff there from Ocho.
Yeah, Peterson's got to land something big and try and hurt him here. Get in on a takedown.
Final seconds of the round.
We've seen Peterson take damage like this before and come back and win, though.
That choke attempt, though, from Peterson will give him some confidence. He's on the attack here. His face is a little busted up. He stares down Higo. They both stare each other down. Ocho's not done yet. He's got confidence going. Let's see how the second round pans out.
Peterson not easily deterred at all.
10-9 Higo for the first round.
Pretty self-explanatory, right?
Indeed, indeed. You can't rule out Ocho Peterson. You can run this guy over the steamroller and he'll still get up.
There's that right hand over the top of the left hand. Peterson got to start paying attention to that. Gonna have a lopsided head if he doesn't. See, he gets lazy. Got to be moving your head when you come in on Higo. You throw the punch, disappear, because you know something's coming back the opposite direction. There's Higo trying to get this takedown. Peterson jumping right away. Trying to get this guillotine. Higo patient, though.
Second round of a marvelous main event. The Legacy Fighting Alliance Bantamweight World title on the line between the Legacy champion, Ocho Peterson, and the RFA World champion, Leandro Higo.
Hey.
Chance go up for Peterson inside the bomb factory. Higo landed the bombs in the first.
Flurry, quick flurries. Peterson got to use feints and fakes, my goodness. Every time he comes forward, it's for real, so Higo knows to counter. There, see, now he's got him guessing. Use feints and fakes.
Okay, let's go to Rod.
Guys, advice from Higo's corner. They told him don't shoot, fake the double leg, and then go for the knockout shot. Michael.
Thanks, Ron.
That takedown attempt earlier set it up. Oh, big uppercut to a hook.
That took again from Higo. A lot of people didn't expect Ocho to get out of the first round, but he's here in the second. And whenever Ocho is here, he's got a chance. He's a human sponge. He can absorb the punishment and find a way back.
This style of defense does not help his spelling bee chances, though. Can't do this to yourself over and over. Take this kind of punishment. Gotta move your head.
Higo unscathed.
Oh, dude.
Beautiful jab, too, there from the Brazilian.
I'm thinking the right hand that followed it. Blistered him.
Oh, and again, gob of saliva flies out of the mouth of Steven Peterson.
I thought it was a tooth.
May have been. Backs him up again with the right. Peterson sporting at least 3, maybe 4 cuts on his face.
Peterson keeps getting hit with the same return fire. You gotta understand the pattern and move your head out of the way of those.
These leg kicks, I don't see them working for Peterson.
No.
I see him dropping his hands when he throws them, leaving him open to a counter.
Maybe this pace eventually wears the strong Higo out. I don't know, but I tell you what, it's a race against Higo's lungs and Peterson's face.
Higo did have a little trouble making weight yesterday. This is a 5-rounder. We know that Peterson has tremendous endurance.
Keeps coming forward. Not remotely intimidated at all. Gotta love this kid.
Gets out of the way of that right hand.
Now he's moving his head when he's done throwing a punch.
Goes to the upper rib cage. There's a jab, too, from Higo.
One of the rare times Higo was a leadoff fighter in this match.
Now Higo doing what his corner said not to do, shooting in double leg on Ocho Peterson. Ocho looks for another choke here. Back to his feet.
Peterson doing a good job making Higo defend the choke to be able to get back to his feet. Pretty smart.
A little bit of palm healing there from Peterson.
Higo doing a good job controlling that arm.
Peterson throws that roundhouse to the ribs. Goes for the overhand right. Oh, he took a solid left hand.
Hey, Peterson fired back and landed a beautiful right, though.
My word, Peterson. Here's the Muay Thai clinch from Ocho. Drills the knees now. That's more like it from the legacy chap.
Yeah, that's where he wants to be, on the back of his head. Wear that neck, low back, and those hamstrings out on Higo. Makes it difficult for him to strike.
Well, as Ryan Spann says on Twitter, Peterson is wearing the power difference on his face, but still in it. You wonder if this goes into deep water, if this goes into the 4th round, the 5th round, how will Higo tire?
That's what I'm thinking. Get this into deep water. Peterson shouldn't have stuck his right arm in there. He doesn't need it in there. Now he's got to lift it high. If you're going to put it in, you got to lift it high and crank out of there.
Both men trade elbows, neither really connecting.
Higo moving now, trying to avoid Peterson here. Peterson's getting Higo out of his game, dude, I'm telling you.
And in the last 30 seconds, Higo's striking looked a little sloppier.
That's what I'm saying. As long as Peterson can keep surviving this power.
Peterson calling Higo forward. Higo backs him up with the right hand. 2 down. They stare each other again. What a contest we are seeing. A gripping main event for the first ever LFA world title and for the bantamweight gold.
Higo not quite as cocky after that round, Michael.
2 rounds in favor of Higo, says Pat, 2018 after 2, but Peterson still here.
Big uppercut to the hook here. Talk about loading up. Landing it all day long. Higo doing a great job of firing that right hand over the left hand of Peterson. Both guys exchanging there. Peterson, nice job there. That's what I'd love to see out of him as a coach. Tying him up, landing those knees to the body, trying to wear him out a little bit, changing that breathing pattern, knocking the wind out of Higo a little bit.
3rd round of 5.
Higo now thinking Peterson has a Pedrada face.
Peterson glaring at Higo from across the cage.
Right, go.
Peterson steps in with a sliding jolt jab. Gotta be careful with those kicks, Pat. I'd leave them at home. He's coming close, getting clocked with that right hand counter.
He's been hit with it twice already in this round. Only 30 seconds in. Now he's sliding away. Peterson smart. Sliding away from that right hand.
Safe set from Fortis MMA in the corner of Peterson. They're 4-0 tonight. Can they pull off the big upset in the main event?
Good job.
Peterson recomposed well.
Don't get into a slugfest with Higo.
Let's go to Ron Crack.
Saad told me between rounds they are exactly where they want to be for Steven Peterson. They said they know the Brazilian comes out fast. Peterson has weathered the storm. They want him to close the distance and throw more strikes. Michael.
Thanks, Ron. So indeed the plan looks to be to get Higo to deeper water. How much punishment can Peterson sustain to get there?
Higo needs to mix his game up a little bit more.
That kick again, almost the undoing of Peterson. But Higo not throwing with the venom that he did in the first 2 rounds, or the quantity. Is he slowing enough for Peterson to capitalize soon?
Peterson just picking at that lead leg, taking chances.
The more that Higo can't finish Peterson, the more you got to wonder what's going through his mind.
Yeah. I heard some leather land on that.
And there was a nice jab from Ocho. There's a long slide in often on the jab of Higo. If Ocho can time a left hook off it, might catch him on the button.
Peterson bleeding over both eyes, I think. Nose is bleeding, mouth is bleeding, eyes are bleeding. Look at that.
Looks like he's been interrogated by a torturer, but he won't give up the information. Oh, and again, cutting up the face of Ocho.
Keeping the pressure on, now looking for a takedown. Crotch lift, needs to get the lift, get his hips in and go. There it is.
You wonder if Ocho gets Higo on his back, how this game may change.
Yeah, get on top of him, start landing some bombs. Wear the Brazilian out by making him carry his weight. Higo, good wrist control here. Higo trying to get off the cage.
Double leg takedown attempt from Leandro Higo. Stuffed there, though, by Ocho Peterson.
Peterson getting those legs nice and wide, stopping the hands from locking, but Higo showing some good power. Oh, straight to mount. This could be real ugly.
Final seconds. Not enough time. Maybe if there was another 20, 30 seconds, looked like that right hand was going to get, or left hand was going to get going for Higo. David Maldonado, our cut man, straight onto the face of Ocho Peterson. All one-way traffic, but once again, Ocho still here.
Still coming forward. Check this out. There's the right hand. Wasn't a real clean punch, more off balance. But Higo still landing his punches, landing right hands. There it is. Peterson trying to land his shots and still coming forward. I tell you what, you gotta give it to this guy. Tough as nails, huge heart. Great set of lungs on him.
You think that Peterson is taking incredible punishment tonight, but you go back to Legacy 14. I mean, he's always been a sponge. He fought Cody Williams, got dropped 7 times by Cody Williams. And Cody's a little powerhouse like Higo.
Yeah, he is.
So here we are in the 4th round. I don't believe, Pat, I honestly don't believe Higo thought he'd be here.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
And Ocho still snarling, prowling, staring at Higo.
Higo looked over at me and winked at me between round there.
Left hook. Ojo took it like a champion. Let's go to Rod.
Higo's corner said they will finish it this round. They're going to come out firing. Look for him to try and end it with a combination.
There's the call. Thanks, Ron. Okay, the prediction from Higo's corner. This is the round he finishes. Oh, Peterson's got him down. Can he keep him down? He takes the back of Higo.
My goodness.
Can he swing the pendulum?
Higo looking to bring that arm over his head. He's got the arm straight. Peterson gets the other arm in.
Figure 4 around the body here from Ojo. Is the momentum going to shift to the legacy champion?
This is, I tell you what, impressive stuff here. Got a backpack. Ocho looking for it, buddy. Look at this.
My word, this place will melt down if he finds it. This place will melt down if he finds it.
Got to go palm to palm with that choke. He's using his chin to force Higo's head forward into his arm.
He said that Higo was a quitter on the Ultimate Fighter. He tapped before the choke was sunk.
He is torquing on this hard, Michael, and it's getting tighter.
Is Peterson going to pull off the upset? This would be epic. This would be epic.
Oh my, he got the hand behind the head. Can he
this would be crazy. Is he going to do it?
What a battle of wills here.
Ocho squeezing. Higo grimacing for the first time in the fight.
Arms are worn out on Peterson, I guarantee it. Look at him trying to shake him off.
That figure 4 still locked on.
Peterson got that foot hooked behind the leg to keep himself up.
This is going to be draining Higo, Pat.
Oh, I draining both of them. The arm weariness, the lactic acid in Peterson's arms right now, I guarantee his arms are on fire. He's grabbing his gloves, Peterson says. There, he got the arm over the top. That's how you get out of this. See the leverage, he has to deal with that leverage.
Is Higo?
Now keep in mind, Peterson's arms are junk. Higo's are not. He's ready to punch. Peterson will not recover as quickly because of that with his arms.
Was that Ocho's best opportunity?
Got to take some deep breaths here, get some oxygen back in his system. Regroup. Higo should be going off on him like a stick of dynamite.
Maybe he's drained, Pat.
I wouldn't doubt it.
All right, break.
Referee breaks it.
We're going to find out who's tired now.
Higo said he'd finish him in this round, or that's what the corner said between rounds.
Oh, huge uppercut. Oh, my goodness.
Front kick from Ocho, lazy spinning back fist. But Higo hasn't got that explosiveness he had earlier. Ocho took a jumping knee. Ocho sucking out. Tags him with a jab. You wonder what would happen if Ocho could find the energy to flurry on Higo. Ocho, arms heavy.
Ocho got to stay off the cage here. He's a sitting duck. Higo now stalking him.
Higo no longer on the balls of his feet. Drained from carrying Ocho for so long. Good jab from Ocho. Needed the right hand follow through. Turning back kick, look for the liver.
Higo got to do something with this there. He's got that post through the leg there. He was going to try and off balance him. Peterson turning back into it. Nice job. Peterson tired, buddy.
Ocho hoping for a rocky story. He's still here. against the belief of most. Steven Peterson's going to go into the 5th round with Leandro Higo.
Higo getting lackadaisical here, allowing himself to go back against the cage. Steven Peterson getting in on this takedown. Tenacity paying off for Peterson, pinching those legs together, taking his back right away, not wasting any time. Getting that figure 4 on the body, and this choke was tight. Peterson kept wrenching it in from different angles. And Higo just battling for hand control. Tell you what, finally brought that arm across and leveraged him off, and that uppercut, I swear, moved Ocho Peterson's cheekbone.
5th and final round. 10-9 Higo on Pat's scorecard in the 4th, but it is not a lopsided battle. First round very much Higo's. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, a little closer than you may think. Especially that 4th round.
They want Peterson to get a takedown. They've got to want him to get in and get this takedown.
Oh, right hand. He's twisted his neck. Another right hand.
Hit him behind the ear. He was off balance there. Stepping in post holes for a second.
Peterson is a warrior. The legacy champion refusing to go quietly into the night. Still standing.
Peterson got to throw a flurry and just get in on the double. Get him to his back and try and win. Just like that. There we go. Got to stay committed down low, though.
That is Peterson's blood on the head of Higo.
Peterson needs to switch off to a single here for a second.
Time now becomes the enemy of Steven Peterson.
All right, break. Let's go.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful jab from Higo.
He's hurt.
Peterson still coming forward though.
Hell of a warrior.
Just amazing. Half a round remaining. Who will get the first ever Legacy Fighting Alliance World Championship?
Peterson, definitely a guy you want with you in a street fight, I'll tell you that.
Higo going to go to ground here.
They're telling him heel hook.
Watch it.
Yeah, he's trying. Nope, not there. Tell you, if most fighters out there had half the heart as Peterson, they'd go a long ways in this game.
.125 remains.
I think Higo knows he's got this one. He's content sitting in here.
Break.
Picks him up with a right hand.
Just over and over and over. Guillotine chance here. Steven gonna go for it.
Is there a miracle in the final minute for Steven Peterson? This crowd wants to believe. Muay Thai clinch high knee from Ocha.
Never giving up.
Jumping knee, trying something, anything.
Hey!
Grinding down the clock here is Higo. Final seconds. Ooh, nice couple of elbows put in there by Ocha.
Peterson had his back for that long and had him tumble with the choke, really.
Okay, let's go to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of championship MMA, we go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 judges score the bout 50-45 for your winner by unanimous decision and new LFA Bantamweight World Champion, Leandro Higo.
History. Leandro Higo, the first ever LFA World Champion, and he's with Ron.
Leandro Higo, what an epic battle that was. It looked like you had Peterson finished several times. Somehow he survived. Ultimately, you are awarded the unanimous decision victory. How special is it to be crowned the first LFA champion?
Primeiramente, uns acreditam em super-herói. Eu acredito em Deus, o divino. Ele que me dá força para estar aqui. O meu maior super-herói é Deus.
First thing I gotta thank God. It's because of him I'm here and I'm the champ right now. Thank you, God.
Thoughts on this fight? This was back and forth from the beginning.
A luta, você estava ganhando, ele estava sobrevivendo.
Olha, essa luta é uma luta de 2 campeões. Eu vim preparado para isso. Eu tô bem aqui. Se tivesse outro round, eu ia lutar outro round. Se tivesse 7 rounds, eu ia lutar 7 rounds. Porque eu treino todos os dias. Eu treino todos os dias com os melhores. Eu apanho todo dia. Eu chego em casa desanimado, meu irmão, de tanta peia que eu levo. Porra!
Listen, I trained for this fight. I trained for 5 rounds. I trained for 7 rounds. Nobody can beat me. I'm prepared for the best in the world. I train at the best gym in the world, and I'm ready for anybody.
17-2 now, Leandro Higo. Do you think you will defend the title here in the LFA, or do you feel the UFC will come calling?
Olha, Dano White, esse programa é pra você. Em busca de cinturão. Eu sou. Tá aqui meu programa, em busca de cinturão. Quem tiver com seu cinturão, seguro que eu tô atrás.
Right here, last time Dana White was here looking for a fight. This time I'm here and I'm looking for another belt. I got 2 belts and I'm looking for a 3rd. Here's the reality show. Sign it. Asina essa porra. See, signing it, and we got.
I'm not sure if this is an official UFC contract, but Leandro Higo has signed it. Now they're just looking for Dana White to sign it. What an incredible fight. Will we see Leandro Higo again in the LFA? We will wait and see. Michael and Pat, back to you, cageside.
Ingenious way to approach the UFC. And Leandro Higo taking care of business, becoming the first ever LFA World Champion. An amazing, amazing fighter. Folks, we hope you've enjoyed all the action from this historic night here in the Bomb Factory in Dallas. From myself, Michael Chavello, my verbal sparring partner, UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich, and Ron Kruk, we say thank you. Stay here on Access TV Fights, because coming up right now, They're calling it the greatest pro wrestling match of all time. Check it out on New Japan Pro Wrestling. So long for us. We'll see you for LFA #2 next Friday night in beautiful Minnesota. Until then, good night.